Well, good evening, racing fans. Welcome to Racing Action this Friday evening at Grand River Raceway. Kind of a warmish Friday evening, and it's not as ominous as that picture looks. They've zeroed in just on, I think, the worst part of it. But really, the skies are a fair amount of blue overhead, and it's warm, though. Track listed as fast, and as always, the announcer listed as slow. Let's get a look at the changes on this evening's card of racing. Note in race number 1, scratched is number 4, Little Moments. Race 1, scratch 4, Little Moments. Race number 2, there are no changes. Race number 3, number 2, Full Horse, is scratched. Scratch the 2. And note that number 7, I Did It My Way, changing Pelling Pacifier to Blind Bridle. Pelling Pacifier to a Blind Bridle. Fourth race, no changes. And race number 5, number 8, Rasputin, and the also eligible are both out. Race 6, no changes. 7th race, scratched is number 6, Antonella. Race 7, scratched the 6. Race number 8, scratched is 2, Fabrizio, and 8, Arts Arsenal. The 2 and 8 are out. And races 9 and 10 have no changes. No changes, races 9 or 10. Once again, reviewing races 1 and 2. Race 1 for Little Moments is scratch. Scratch number 4, Little Moments, out of the first race. And in the second race, there are no changes. It is 17 minutes to post time, and time to welcome in our co-host, handicapping expert, our London bureau chief, and well, buddy, I hope you had a good few days off and you're ready to rock and roll.
Pretty much. I hope it's going to be like that. I hope we rock and roll with some selections tonight. Yeah, it's been warm, and there have been many cancels all over North America. But you know what? Great to be back with the river. And yeah, what do you think?
Well, you know, one thing I was thinking, I was looking at your picks, and my picks in the pick 5, we have a drastically different opinion. I went very light, and you went large. I think it's going to be a short price, and I didn't want to spend a lot because I found 3 singles, so that's one
Oh
thing to
boy.
talk about. And even in the second pick 5, you went much larger than I did. See, in fact, you're in
Where?
for quite a chunk in there too, $24, and I'm in for 7. So I don't know, just not opening up the wallet. I think tonight there's a lot of form of horses that could do pretty well. So we're going to find out who all those formful horses are. We'll see. Are you right to go deep, or am I right to just go very, very light? You know, that's a good thing sometimes when we have a difference of opinion.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, if there's a difference of opinion, that's me. That's meaning the race office is doing a great job putting these races together. You know what? We don't want to see races where something's popping off the page all the time. It's nice to see one of those once in a while to single up in the multi-leg wagers. But you know, when you're looking at a track where you might see more than a few $3 and $4 winners all night. I mean, we've seen a card or two like that already in the meet, but I know players that like price players showing up. So I'm thinking there might be a few of those tonight, Gary.
One good thing, even though we've had our $3 and $4 winners, we've had some bombs away. We've had some
Oh,
tickets. So, you know, and if you're going to cash one of those bombs away, you're not going to catch it usually on the kind of ticket that I put out, because I'm pretty much going form, and you're more open to the bombs away. So if you're going to nail that, you kind of got to go with you.
one thing I've been looking at a lot lately are those replays, Gary, like those horses that are showing that they're finishing up sharply, maybe to be fifth or sixth, kind of under the radar, but looking very sharp. So I go back to the replay. The line looks sharp. I go back to the replay, and if they're passing horses on the wide side and showing speed on the finish line, then more often than not, I'm going to select them and use them in the multi-leg wagers. Those replays are key.
Yeah, and if you're going to get a bombs away, you got to look for something that's not completely obvious on the page, because the things that are obvious on the page are $4. And if you're going to get a 20 or 30 or $40 winner or more, it's got to be a little more hidden. You got to sift through and maybe even look at a replay and see something that's not written down.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of the times those program lines can't tell the full story, and that's where the replays come in handy. I mean, even on a night when we're watching it live, I mean, I'll mention now and then one to circle up for next time, or yeah, we'll look forward to seeing that one next time. Well, that's more or less saying we saw lots from that one on the end. Probably didn't make the ticket, but we got to look for him next time.
Yeah, well, we'll see how it all turns out, because, as I mentioned, we have a difference of opinion, and well,
Sure.
one of the good things about the racing is some opinions die and some live on, because the racing tells you which opinion was right. We'll talk to you in about
Yeah,
8 minutes to post time.
sounds good, Gary.
Winbag Farm of Delaware offers several outstanding stallions, including EL Platinum, full brother to multiple stakes winners EL Ideal and EL Titan, Meadowlands Pace winner He's Watching, a Dan Bench Award winner and a world record holder over multiple sized ovals, Molotov Cocktail, a New York Sire Stakes final champion and multiple stakes winner, Nutcracker Sweet, half brother to the great Sweet Lou, and a multiple stakes winner. Sports Column, a 19-time winner and a multiple Ontario Sire Stakes gold winner at 2 and 3, and Top Flight Angel, a Yonkers Trot Final champion and a Breeders' Crown elimination winner. For more information, winbackfarm.com.
Submissions are now open for the 2026 Youth Contest presented by the Bill Galvin Racing Alliance. Kids can win cash prizes and a VIP night at the horse races. To enter the Youth Literary Derby, write a story or poem about anything related to standardbred horses. The Youth Literary Derby is open to students in grades 3 to 8 as of June 1st. To enter the Youth Art Derby, draw or sketch anything related to standardbred horses. The Youth Literary Derby is open to students in grades 3 to 12 as of June 1st. The deadline to enter both contests is August 31st. Visit our website for more information and inspiration.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. You're watching Grand River Raceway, a 10-dash card on this warm, sunny evening for a horse race. We've got a pick 5 play starting things up. Race number 1, $5,000 guaranteed pool always. No carryover action thus far on tonight's card. Let's dive in to this pick 5 play starting up in race number 1, a pacing event. The 4 came out. Leaves me going with 1, Calico Sealster, and 5, Beach Wiggle. I'm thinking that's going to be the lineup, just like last time. They sat first and second throughout. Beach Wiggle was able to hold off Calico Sealster, who did close up well on the end of the mile. I think it comes down to the 1 and 5 to start things up. I'm Indigo for $19.20 on this 20-cent wager. The second race of this pick 5 sequence, a group of trotters. It's where I'm going to go to the center, number 4, Talbot Patriot. Rodney Hughes, co-owning training and driving. A decent second last time out in 58 speed over Grand River Raceway. Worth a long look at that one. And also to the outside post, number 8, Angelina Du Hurrah. Going to be the second time Lasix angle and a strong combination of Sam Filion with the Jean-Francois Maguire. That's race 2, the 4 and 8. Third race, I'm inside with 1. And I guess the 2 came out of that third race. So we're going to be looking at maybe the 1 and 3 for the pick 5 sequence. Again, the 2 full horses scratched from the third. So that's going to have me going to 1 and 3. Silver Spirit with Vino Louis in race number 3. 4 deep in the fourth, trotting event, 1, 4, 6, and 9. And over in race number 5, we'll try the 2, 3, and the 6. Jimmy's on a roll is going to be tough to pick off, I'm sure. Headed for the front in there. But the 2 and 6 could offer up some attacking action late in the mile. Again, $19.20 for a 20-cent wager on the pick 5 play. Gary Guy standing by. He's got a pick 5 ticket idea where he mentions he's got some singles involved. Oh, do you ever?
Well, if you don't have Sugar's big wallet and you just want to save some money, I got 3 singles, and in that first race, Beach Wiggle. I know Calico Sealster, that's the one that you're going to use underneath Beach Wiggle, and actually was only beaten a length and a quarter last time out, but I just think Beach Wiggle is too much horse. Now look, it is a 3-year-old and Calico Sealster is a 4-year-old mare, and I know the gap from 2 to 3 is something that you pay mind to. 3 to 4, maybe not so much. I don't know. Because, look, I just love Beach Wiggle, and I think she'll wiggle fine. In the second race, here's where we have a difference of opinion. You have Talbot Patriot as your top pick, and you went 2 deep. I went 3 deep, and I didn't use Talbot Patriot. I got 3, Angelina Du Hurrah, Sister Scarlet, and Cool, Calm, Collected. So the 3 that I used were the other 3 of your top 4 and left out your top pick. Difference of opinion. Race number 3, work together. Silver Spirit. In fact, the second best horse, I think, was Full Horse. We both thought that was the second best horse in there. Scratch. So I'm even more confident now with Silver Spirit. Fourth race, another difference of opinion. Your top pick is number 6, Numero Dix. And, well, I didn't use that one at all. I have the 8, 5, and 9. And so Long Black Limousine, and along with Bella Chica and Shimmering Hanover, and you didn't use the 8 at all, and yet that's my top pick, one of my 3 horses. So the second and fourth, we don't agree on the even numbers. We're okay with the odd numbers.
I think that 8 is going to be a long ways back in the fourth gear.
Yeah, you know what? My top pick.
Okay.
Race number 5. Number 3, Jimmy's on a roll. I'm going to roll with Jimmy for a whole ticket of $1.80. It is your top pick, so we do agree. And I love Rachel Andrews' barn. It's just been rolling, and I think Austin Sorry will roll Jimmy here in the 5th. $1.80. Save your money.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you want to play along with Gary, $9 even on a dollar play, and as Gary alluded to there, Rachel Andrew having a great meet and having a great season in 2026. She's sending out numerous winners on the B tracks of Ontario. Conley Ecclestone, friend of the show, Conley.
And you know what, Sugar? You could play a $2 ticket and spend $18 on my connections and spend less money than your ticket.
I think there'd be a whole lot more sweating playing your ticket for $2, Gary, than looking at mine for 20 cents. So, that's just me. Connolly Ecclestone. Let's get a look then at Connolly's. We'll talk about it. The Beach Wiggle and the V8. Whole lot of Rosie. 5 and 8 for Connolly in race number 1 of this pick 5 sequence. He's 3 deep. In race 2, the Trotters, 1, 8, and 9, using Cool, Calm, and Collected. Angelina Duhara, Sister Scarlet for the back tier spot. It's the 1 and 4 for Connolly in the third, that being a Silver Spirit and Aragonite. Over to race number 4, another trotting event, the 5, 8, and 9 being Bella Chica, Long Black Limousine, and Shimmering Hanover for Connolly. And the 5th race pacing event, final leg of this sequence, he's on the 2, 3, 6, and 9 being Be Blazin', Jimmy's on a roll, Ambush Sealster, Gnome Closer, and Cattle Crush from the back tier spot. Connolly's been firing away with these 28.80 purchases on the 20 cent multi-leg wagers. So best of luck, Connolly. Best of luck to all. Racing and playing along this evening at Grand River Raceway, the pick 5, right up front.
Field on post parade for race 1 Calico Sealster, Mark McDonnell for Joshua McKibben and Kim Smith. Number 2 is McWicked Move, Brady Colliers for Brent Dunbar and Dorothy Dunbar. Number 3, Don't Mess with Molly. Scooter Gimlet drives and trains and partners with Brooke Gimlet and James Dean. Number 5, Beach Wiggle. Chase and Ride for Jody Cullen and Travis Cullen and Ron Cullen. Number 6, Sunny Dreams. Andre Goy for Brett Lester and Rebecca Williamson. Number 7, Southwind Ricochet. Paul McKenzie for Joe Pereira and Eric Breveau. 8 is Whole Lotta Rosie. Sammy Filia for Chantel Mitchell and Mitchell DiCenzo. And 9 is Espresso Beans. Austin Sorry for Ron McDonald and Brent McDonald and Brent McLennan and Shango. Field of 8 for race number 1. The 4 is out. Let's get a look at this field and, let's wiggle right over to the 5 horse. 3 to 5 on the board, Sugar.
Yeah, 3 to 5, and likely should be. I mean, he's pretty much the same odds, or she is pretty much the same odds last time out. The start before that, she got beat handily. She had the outside post to overcome there and race from off the pace. She seems to do her best work, Gary, on the lead, and likely to be firing, leaving right behind the car.
Well, and even last time out, very quickly, Jason Ryan moved up and grabbed the lead, and then he made that commitment very quickly. Now got away second, but then right past the quarter was already up and driving to come on and grab the front. So Beach Wiggle, yeah, and Jason's been driving this filly all along, and they gets along very well. Does a lot of driving for Jody Cullen as they have a big barn and the horses are many different
everywhere.
places. Yeah, so Jason gets a lot of drives when Travis Cullen's not around, and Travis is probably at Mohawk this evening, would be my guess. And how about 1 Calico Sealster? You used this one, second choice, my second choice, but used on the ticket, and, can blast from the inside again, probably.
Yeah, I didn't have a whole lot of faith in him last time out, but he left sharply, secured a spot up close. He let the favorite Beach Wiggle take control prior to the half. He had a bit of kick on the end of his mile. It seemed like he got a little closer just at the finish line. So maybe if he works out that pocket trip once again, maybe it's an earlier move for Mac Donnell with number 1 Calico Sealster. I think if he would have maybe moved him before the end of that final turn last time out, he might have been right next to that heavy favorite on the finish line. But the closest he could get within striking distance, he made it to a length and a quarter, so right on the wheel of the leader.
Well, and look, she's one that was racing well back in May at Flamborough. I saw that one, and raced some good company, beaten by the likes of Salzburg Olympia, who's a very proven mare, and was third in that one, and another third the start after that. Inside post should really help her to be able to get out easily and be well positioned, so she can definitely be a big threat. McWicked Move, you want to talk about a wicked move? How about that last start at Georgian Downs?
Yeah, nice back half, right? 56-3, and a big move. Now, you might have the info. Was it saving ground on that final quarter, or was it up on the wide side?
I'd be lying if I told you. So I'll just say I don't remember, other than just came flying late and beaten 3/4. But McWicked Move, look, that back half, that's not easy to do, and was sitting 7th all the way around, and then come on to finish second. So McWicked Move, and Brady Gollier certainly has been driving very well since coming here. He's a legitimate driver. So McWicked Move, not without a chance in here on the board right now at 4-1.
Yep. As we're talking, Gary, I picked up that replay in the latest. This horse was out on the grandstand side. So that was a big, swooping, wide move on that final quarter to go from 7th to 2nd. So going in the right direction here might turn things around here. That's a big improvement last time out.
You know, if you want to take a flyer on one, I'll tell you, 9 Espresso Beans, if you've got the nerve, this is one that was good at Buffalo, and this is now a start here for Ron McDonald has been training this one. Another start here at Grand River, but just a horse that hasn't transitioned from Buffalo so far well. But I got a lot of
Sure.
time for Ron McDonald's barn. Look at last
Oh,
year. This is one that was really good last year. 13 out of 23 in the top two. It hasn't been happening this year, but I know it's in there.
strictly a long shot possibility and the trailing spot to overcome, but does have that speed of one. Calico Seals are in front of him.
Yeah, and I just think that that's a shot. And then I threw Sunny Dreams on the ticket. Was second here to HB Josephine and finished in front of Beach Wiggle 2 starts back.
Okay, yeah, might be worth a look there. Sonny's Dreams. I know I've been tagging along. Had a big deuce there, 2 back, and then last time out just couldn't make anything happen from racing well off the pace. But gonna be tough to catch up with 1-5, 5-1 here, Gary.
Well, they and the rest of the field are in the backstretch. They are gathering speed, approaching the start. The field for race number 1 is at the start of the route. Beach Wiggle with Sunny Dreams, and whole lot of Rosie is also blasting early. Calico Sealster is fourth, and then McWicked Move and Don't Mess with Molly. Espresso Beans driving through to the inside, and Southwind Ricochet. Whole lot of Rosie has a whole lot of early pace and is going to come on and grab the lead at 11-1. Beach Wiggle right now is racing the pocket, and Sunny Dreams is going to find a seat over the pylons, racing position third, and Beach Wiggle has come up right now. Beach Wiggle, 4-5 favorite, wants to wiggle on by whole lot of Rosie, who's going to be sitting in the pocket. 26-3, strong opening quarter. Beach Wiggle's now taken over. Whole lot of Rosie, Sunny Dreams on the inside. There's Espresso Beans now, already up and moving, and McWicked Move is on the outside. Had to work on around the turn. Calico Seals is getting shuffled back on the inside. Then it is Don't Mess with Molly and Southwind Ricochet. Beach Wiggle leads on past the half in 57, picks up 30-2. Second panel breather, whole lot of Rosie, and to the outside Espresso Beans and Sunny Dreams, and McWicked Move is fifth. Calico Sealster is still on the inside, and sixth, and then seventh, Don't Mess with Molly and Southwind Ricochet. Beach Wiggle off that 57 half, leading, and whole lot of Rosie is right there bravening up in the pocket. And now on the outside, Espresso Beans is getting a little bit closer. Moving now, McWicked Move is out 3 wide, and on the inside, Sunny Dreams. But it is Beach Wiggle starting to wiggle away and leads by about 2.5 lengths. Beach Wiggle, whole lot of Rosie, McWicked Move, and Sunny Dreams as they turn for home. And then Espresso Beans, but Beach Wiggle continues. Beach Wiggle coming on to the finish with no urging. Beach Wiggle's going to win. Whole lot of Rosie stuck around for a second. McWicked Move third, and Sunny Dreams was fourth. Beach Wiggle in 154 flat. I think she's just too good for this class, Sugar.
Yeah, you're probably right, especially when she's able to steal the lead in that second quarter. It was just 30-2. There was a bunch of them get checked up in front of the grandstand, Gary.
Yeah, just just a race that really played out nicely, and also probably helped that some of the ones that we were most worried about didn't really get a favorable trip. The couple on the inside, things didn't go their way at all.
Yeah, Calico Seals there. I expected a whole lot more from that one when leaving, and there was no interest early to find a spot up close. And then, as mentioned, through that soft second quarter, took a wicket shuffle, and she never had any interest at all today.
McWicked Move raced okay. It's just Beach Wiggle kind of got things her own way, and that the other thing we talked about, the gate speed. Beach Wiggle has a chance to get things her own way when she can get off the gate. She's leaving from post position 4 in this race, got away second, and just like last week, Jason's not going to wait. He's not going to sit in the pocket, especially sitting in behind one that was 11-1. But yet, that 8 horse at 11-1 did a beautiful job after that opening quarter to stick around and still finish second.
Huge trip. She probably, beyond Beach Wiggle, the next best trip is for the 8, Whole Lot of Rosie. That one was interested from the outside gate, parking wide through the opening turn, 26-3, and able to challenge late and still hold second. Beach Wiggle, of course, wins it, but the next best horse was the 8, Whole Lot of Rosie, just for having some interest in there.
One to put on the watch list, and look,
Oh
Finished
yeah.
finished third behind Beach Wiggle and Calico Sealster last time. Races for Chantel Mitchell, like a lot of positives, and Sammy Fillion.
Yeah.
Probably lost our interest from post position 8, which turned out being post 7, but we'll need to have a little more interest in this one next time out.
For sure. I'll be looking for her because she's one of those horses going in the right direction.
But Beach Wiggle on my slim pick 5. You only needed the Beach Wiggle in there to get through leg number 1. Beach Wiggle, 3-year-old Sunshine Beach Bay filly by Travis and Jody and Ron Cullen. Jody Collins, the trainer, chasing. Ryan's the winning driver, 8th win this season in 21 season starts, 8th lifetime. Beach Wiggle, 154 flat. First race. 5 Beach Wiggle, 370 to 82.40. 8 Whole Lotta Rosie, 473.50. And 2 McWicked Move, $3.10. The Exactor, 52.10. Dollars Rise, 67.95. Dollar Super is 303.70. 20-cent Super, 60.74. First race over a finish from the top is a 5-3-8 scratch 16726. That's 5-3-8 scratch 16726 on the bottom. And a correction that number 6 should be a 4 on the order of finish. So number 6 Sunny Dream finished 4th.
Alrighty, we are back, folks. We are set to get a look at another one of those go-to wagers here at Grand River Raceway. The go-to wagering menu. They're the pick five, starting up races 1, and there's another one in the 6. The big fours begin in races 2 and 7. Non-jackpot high five opportunities, races 5 and 10 on tonight's card. So let's get a look at the pick four, $2,500 guaranteed pool. It's going to be trotters starting things up big. Full field of 9 on the trot, starting up this pick four play. So my ticket ID is going to look like this. We're using for Talbot Patriot. Now, this son of Six Pack, he's got a couple of runner-up finishes showing throughout his program lines. When racing up close, this horse seems to take to that. So I could see this horse firing and finding a spot up close again and sticking around late. We'll also try the 8, Angelina Du Hurrah. Much better start in her latest with the addition of Lasix. Now, she got away from them really good on the backside, was once leading by 9 lengths. Of course, her strides would shorten up late when hitting 3/4, 127 and 1, was able to hold on and break the maiden 158 and 4. Second time Lasix angle, the strong combination for Filion and McGuire with number 8, Angelina Du Hurrah. For sure, one to include on the pick four play. Over to race number 3, we went inside. We're using 1, a Silver Spirit. We're also using 3, Vino Louis in there. The 2 was a scratched. So we've got the 1 and 3 pegged in race number 3. Over into the 4th race, we're 4 deep there with a 1, 4, 6, and 9. Race number 5 using 2, 3, and 6. I'm in to go for $9.60 on a 20-cent wager. Gary Guy's favorite price on a multi-leg wager is $9.60. Maybe that'll give me some luck to hit on this early pick four. Gary Guy does have a ticket idea to suggest here. 8, 9, and 1. 8 being his top selection. Angelina Du Hurrah. Again, a big turnaround for that daughter of Archangel last time out. Went straight to the top, would not be caught. Second time Lasix angle for that. Gary also tries the 9, Sister Scarlet, from the trailing spot, and the rail starter, Cool, Calm, and Collected. He singles up the 1, Silver Spirit, and why not? Going back to the barn of Jamie Copley, tries for 3 straight tonight. Over into race number 4 for Gary. He's on the 8, 5, and 9, 8 being his top selection. Long Black Limousine came from a long ways back to win. The latest will have to do the same. I don't see a whole lot of gate speed for that horse, so likely to be sitting 9th in the early going, but that's where he came from last time. 5, 8, and 9 for Gary in the 4th. And the final leg in the 5th race, he singles up number 3, Jimmy's on a Roll. Another one showing some pretty good form in that latest victory, a going away winner and a new best 53 and 4. Gary for just $1.80 or $9 even on a dollar base ticket. One more ticket for Connolly Ecclestone. Connolly diving into this early pick 4 at the River. 3 deep to start things up. Cool, Calm, and Collected. Angelina Du Hurrah, Sister Scarlet. Those are the 3 that Gary's backing here in race number 2. Third race for Connolly, the 1, Silver Spirit, and the 4, Aragonite. Back to 3 deep in the 4th race with a 5, 8, and 9. And on the end of it, it's 2, Be Blazing, 3, Jimmy's on a Roll, 6, Ambush Sealster, the big closer. And from the trailing spot, number 9, Cattle Crush, Connolly in for $14.40 on his 20-cent pick 4 play. Good luck.
Field on Post Parade 1, Cool, Calm, Collected. Brady Golliers for Rod Boyd and Rick McNeil and Sean Osinga. Number 2 is half Bruce Richardson for Paul Meegans in Saltwater Stable. And number 3 is No More Plans, Tom Smith for Jane Walker. And number 4, Talbot Patriot, Rodney Hughes, drives and trains and partners with Alan Mitchell. Number 5, Yora, it's Paul McKenzie for Kyle Rule and Triple Equine. And number 6, Blaze of Gloria, Jason Ryan for John Pentland and Sherry Sumner and Peter Charlton. Number 7, Jam Trixton, Dag Henriksen for Mike Rive and Gary Silifant. And number 8, Angelina Duhara, Sammy Folia for Jean-Francois Maguire, Jean Allaire, and GT Stables. And 9 is Sister Scarlet, Mark Etzel drives and trains and partners with William Brown. Field of 9, race number 2. Let's get a look at this field. And, well, right now the tote board's telling an interesting story with one Cool Calm Collected, the 7-5 favorite. But your top win, Sugar, number 4, Talbot Patriot, right now is sitting at a juicy 5-1.
Yeah, I did go to this one on top, but I wanted double-digit odds. That's what this Son of Six pack has been showing all along throughout the program lines. 13-1 last time out for the Big Deuce, and had a Big Deuce at 49-1 at Flamborough late May. Right now, I wanted to try this one as a long shot play, but right now this horse is overbet.
One thing that'll
Gotta
be
get the double-digit odds.
One thing that'll be interesting early, if you look at the last 2 times Rodney drove this one, he sent him to the front in both of them. He's probably going to try to leave, but also one Cool Calm Collected. Now, did make a break last time out, but the 2 previous starts blasted to the lead with solid quarters. So I think that you might even wind up a battle between the 1 and 4 early. We'll see how that shakes out. That's an interesting thing to look at.
Well, Gary, after seeing the 1 in the opener leave the way she did, it's very tough to get off that rail at Grand River Raceway. I still think posts 4, 5, and 6 are way better for horses that want to leave versus the rail.
Well, we'll see how it unfolds, and it's just another thing to take a look at. Now, number 8, Angelina Duhara, took money early and now is at 4-1. Post position's a problem. And also, look, when you have maiden trotters, oftentimes Angelina Duhara, obviously the most impressive last time out, but you want to go shopping around because with maiden trotters, so many things can happen and go wrong.
Well, the one thing that did happen for this one last time out with the addition of Lasix, she went to the top following a quarter mile, opened up on them, like was once leading by 9 lengths as she got to 3/4 in 127. If she wants to get to 3/4 in 27 tonight, Gary, she's going to have another big lead on the field, and she'll be tough to catch once again. For me, post-parade pick, it's this filly. She looks great, nice and loose, a confident look about her, too, following that victory.
And you mentioned second time Lasix. If anything, the reason why they often think second time is now the horse knows, and in this case the filly knows that, okay, there's not going to be any problem, so they can trust it.
I think so, and I think the connections, too, will want to have her in play once again. I mean, Lasix worked fine for her last time out. I mean, she never showed getting to 3/4 in 127, so the lungs are likely working just fine, and it wouldn't be a surprise to see her leaving sharply from the outside gate.
Cool Calm Collected on the inside is the 3-5 favorite off a break last time out.
Oh, wow. Beaten favorite too, right? I can't get there. I mean, I do have her pegged as a top 3 player. I think I'm using her in the multi-legs, but 3-5, no horse. I mean, no horse in here, Gary, should be 3-5 on the board.
You know what should be interesting is 9 Sister Scarlet, because if there is inside gate speed, Sister Scarlet can leave a little bit. This is a pretty pricey $101,000 Father Patrick filly that raced well last time out, beaten just 3/4.
Speaking of price, Gary, best value on the board is right here with this filly. All she's got to do is get away cleanly. She did make a break 2 back, Needed the clean line last time. Trotted a back half 58-4. A similar back half could win it here. The price is right at 10-1.
And Mark, I'll have to watch with one Cool Calm Collect because that one made a very early break last time out. So, I'm sure Mark, he reads a program. He's a veteran. And I did throw in number 3, No More Plans, onto the bottom of my ticket, but I didn't use that one on the pick 5. But we'll see how it unfolds here. It is a field of 9, a full field for the second dash. Field 4, race number 2. At the start of the rough, and Talbot Patriot leads with Cool Calm Collected, and Cool Calm Collected with inside advantage against Talbot Patriot. And then No More Plans is third. Hef is racing position 4th. Then it is back to Blaze of Gloria. On the inside, Ira. To the outside is Jam Trixton. Sister Scarlet got away 8th, and Angelina Duharas trailing the field. Cool Calm Collected is cool so far and leads at a length and 3/4 over Talbot Patriot, who is 6-1 on the board. No More Plans is third, and Hef is racing 4th. The field is spread out a little bit. 27-2 opening quarter. Cool Calm Collected, and Brady Golliers is cool right now and leads by about 2 1/4. Talbot Patriot, No More Plans. Hef is racing 4th. Then Blaze of Gloria, and then it is back to Eros, and on the outside Jam Trixton. Then further back is Sister Scarlet, and Angelina Duharas has to pass 8 to win. Cool Calm Collected and Talbot Patriot 57-2 halftime, 32nd split. Those two have some separation on the third one. No More Plans in 4th is Hef now is going to play on the outside as they race on to 3/4. Cool Calm Collected 3 C's is leading by about 3 right now. Then Talbot Patriot, No More Plans and Hef, and then 5th is Blaze of Gloria as the field works by 3/4. Then it's back to Eros and Jam Trixton. Sister Scarlet and Angelina Duharas kicks in now, but has a ton of work to do. But it is Cool Calm Collected who's got a lead of 4 lengths as they turn from off 3/4, 126-1, and Cool Calm Collected. Hef to the outside now is playing second, and Talbot Patriot is third. Cool Calm Collected was bet down to 6-5 and then lived up to the billing and was cool at the finish to win it going away. Hef was second. Then Eros and Angelina Duharas came from last to pick up a 4th, but inside Cool Calm Collected, the money came for the one horse, and the money was right, Sugar.
Money was right. Smart money, right? On the one Cool Calm and Collected, I thought no horse was worth 3-5 in there, but she certainly raced like a 3-5 shot. She did bump up to about 6-5, I think, when it was all said and done. Straight to the top from the inside post. Not a bad trip. When I mentioned the rail, it's not an easy spot to get away from.
Yeah, I thought the 1 and 4 would be leaving, and the 1 did beat the Talbot Patriot to the lead using that inside, and you could see Brady kind of timed the gate too. He got this one rolling a little quicker as the gate was pulling away, and that seemed to be the difference.
You know, it took a lot of people, a lot of drivers last season, a long time to figure out that rail, even the year before. Well, Brady's one of the newest drivers in Ontario. He's having a great run, and it seems he has figured out that speed factor when leaving the rail at the river. It's not easy to get one away.
And I went 3 deep on the pick 5 because Angelina Duharas is probably got a good chance to be the best filly in there, but post 8 and took all the way back to being the last. Now, did a nice job to come on and finish 4th, but I wanted coverage because of some post position problem, and there's the 1.
Yeah, I mean, the 8, 3-1, second choice in there. I thought she'd show a little more life off the gate, but straight to the back. It's very tough to come from 9th at Grand River Raceway when there's not a whole lot of speed to chase. I mean, they got down to the quarter pretty good for inexperienced trotters, 27-2, but some big prices underneath there for 2nd and 3rd. This Cool, Calm, and Collected. Still a little bit green here. She wanted to go right to the teletimer.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Jean-Francois Maguire also took this one back because that was a pretty taxing mile last time out. So he's a pretty sharp trainer, 421 training average. So he's saying, this is just a young filly. Let's just go easy. We don't have to win every single race, or at least we don't have to go to the front for every single race.
Go big or stay home on her next time out. When it's third time, laces and that filly draws better.
I think she'll be going to the front next time out. But, went to the front in this race was Cool, Calm, Collected. 3C's gets the W, 6-5 on the board. Cool, Calm, Collected, a 3-year-old Muscle Mass Bay gelding owned by Richard McNeil and John Osinga. Rod Boyd, the trainer. Brady Golyer's the winning driver. First win for Cool, Calm, Collected, 150, 6-4. Second race payouts 1, Cool Calm Collected, 460, 340, 330, 2 half, 1320, 730, and 5 Ira, 1160, $2 exactor, 63.50, dollar try, 316.50, 20-cent super, 604.71, $2 double, a 5 and 1, 1760. Fans note in the third race, 2 claims entered on 1 Silver Spirit. Race 3, 2 claims, 1 Silver Spirit. third race, or we finish from the top. 126-735-948 scratch. That's 126-735-948 scratch. Field on post parade for the third one. Silver Spirit, Sammy Folliver, Jimmy Copley, and Jacob Copley. Number 2 is scratched. 3 is Vino Louis, Guy Gagnon for Gaston Letalipe. And number 4 is Aragonite, Nick Boyd for Dean Nixon. Number 5, Chase the Cheddar, Brady Colliers for Cassidy Snyder and Colonel Snyder Jr. Number 6, YYC in the Rising, Stefan Poulot drives and trains for Sylvain Bilodeau. And number 7, I Did It My Way, Steve Germain drives and trains and owns. It's a field of 6, scratched is 2, full horse. Couple claims in on Silver Spirit, Sugar, and well, I heard you say you're okay now, and well, your pick 5 isn't okay now though. But hey, at least you got to ride through one leg. Now I'm.
Did I have to toss that ticket? Oh my! Well, you know what? I don't have a whole lot of luck on those multi-leg wagers. Sometimes I seem to do better with, the superfectas and the high 5 plays. Those multi-leg wagers, those are tough to track down.
Yeah, well, you need to spend more.
Yeah, tough to track down unless you're Gary Guy.
Look, I shouldn't say much because the problem is that it's going to come back at you. One thing horse racing will do and gambling, and it'll humble you. So.
It will. Now, did you single up this rail starter, Silver Spirit?
Oh, yes. So tell me why Silver Spirit's going to win and that I'm going to keep going.
Well, I got him pegged on top, as do many others. But you know what? Short field, if they want to stay close to him, if he doesn't roll him to the half and 55, if he tries to maybe back it down some, there's some horses in here that can close up sharply. So I think his best shot to win is to roll him again, put him through some smoking fractions.
Yeah, and with 2 claims in and off that mile of 52. Now, the only question will be, did that take too much out of him? But that was, look, this horse has been claimed in the last 3 starts and has 2 claims in here this evening. Silver Spirit just keeps on rolling, so I don't know. I think at some point what you're going to see is this horse will move out of the 8 claiming class and needs to step up. But for this start, it's in the 8 claimers from the inside, and you saw the inside with Brady Collier's last race, 2-5. He got this one off the gate from the inside. So, look, your second one, you went to 3 Vino Louis. That's my third choice, and Guy Gagnon Vino Louis was pretty fine last year, so he's got some ability. He's got a bit of back class, but he had a really good year last year.
Real good, yeah. He hit the top 3 lots, like we're talking 18 of 38 in the top 3. Just one on-the-board finish this season, a victory at a lower claiming level. Was racing for the $8,000 tag, but a non-winners class. Vino Louis, his best shot is to try to stay close to the rail starter, Silver Spirit. If he could ever work out a 2-hole ride, his chances would improve greatly. I'm just not sure he's got that gate speed to work with.
Yeah, sit the pocket and then also hope somebody pesters Silver Spirit and that you can pounce late. But, number 4, Aragonite. This is my second choice and was second to Silver Spirit, beaten a length just last time out.
I've gone back to watch his last couple of replays just because I was interested in seeing, how does he get third 2 back? Well, he got a wicket shuffle on that occasion. Then he comes on the grandstand side through the stretch and only misses by a half length to be third. Last time out, he's actually gaining on Silver Spirit. He's getting to him at the finish line. If there's one that could pull off the upset, I think it's the 4. Aragonite. Again, I've used him for third. But I like what I've seen in those last couple of replays.
Yeah, Aragonite, and Dean Nixon's had himself a decent training career, and this is a horse that showed some decent speed last time out. And one more, maybe, how about number 6, YYC in the Horizon? A couple of runner-up finishes, and then last race at Georgian Downs, first up and backed away.
Yeah, this horse is much better if he can keep him on a helmet longer. Those first-up attacks don't work for that horse, obviously. If he could blast off, and find the 2-hole ride, he'd get a big shot at a victory here.
Well, the fans are all in on Silver Spirit. 1-2 on the board, and
Wow.
pretty wide open after Silver Spirit. It is a field of 6 with Silver Spirit and Vino Louie on the inside. Aragonite Chase the Cheddar on the outside. YYC in the horizon, and I Did It My Way. Field of 6, the third dash. Field 4, race number 3. They're at the start of the rough, and Aragonite is going to blast and is going to try to clear to the front of her Silver Spirit. And Aragonite, Silver Spirit, is going to relent and race the pocket temporarily. And then Vino Louie is racing third. And then it is YYC on the horizon. I Did It My Way and Chase the Cheddar. And now Silver Spirit is going to come on the outside at 1-5 on the board and loop up and take the lead from Aragonite. It is Silver Spirit, Aragonite. Vino Louie is sitting third. Then YYC on the horizon. Back to I Did It My Way and Chase the Cheddar, and they race up towards us. 27-2 opening quarter, and Silver Spirit leads as they head their way up towards the half. Silver Spirit, Aragonite, Vino Louie, and YYC on the horizon. I Did It My Way is on the inside and to the outside. Chase the Cheddar. Silver Spirit leads on past the half. 55-4. It was a solid half at 28-2 second panel. Silver Spirit leads it by 2 right now over Aragonite. Vino Louie is third. Now Chase the Cheddar is moving up on the outside, and Chase the Cheddar has come on to take over fourth. YYC on the horizon. And I Did It My Way. It is Silver Spirit as the field hustles their way on by 3/4, and Aragonite is staying close, and that 3/4 time 1:23.3. Silver Spirit and Aragonite, the only two to duel now, because Vino Louie is third by about 8 or 9 lengths, and then Chase the Cheddar and YYC on the horizon. Silver Spirit, they turn for home. Silver Spirit, Aragonite, Silver Spirit, and Sammy Filia urging Silver Spirit to keep on going off that snug 123.3, and Aragonite on the outside trying to pull the upset. Silver Spirit is bearing up but continuing on. Silver Spirit holds off Aragonite. YYC on the horizon, and Vino Louie, a mile of 1:53.2, came home in 29-4, but it was enough to fend off Aragonite. Sugar.
If there was ever a trip for a horse to pull the upset with Silver Spirit, it belonged to Aragonite in there. I mean, they come home in just 29-4, and he could not gain. Silver Spirit, confidence riding high for 3 in a row at the river.
One good thing how Sammy, when he left, immediately realized, okay, I need to let the 4 clear to the front. I don't want to battle with that one just yet. Then came around and knew Nick Boyd would let him go. But, yeah, Aragonite gave him a shot.
Did give him a shot, but, yeah, that 27-4 third quarter, I mean, it just kind of emptied out the rest of them. It was going to be Catch Me If You Can at 3/4 and 1:23.3. Nothing gained. And, yeah, they're just not going to beat Silver Spirit at this level for a while.
That's the third start in a row where second panel breather, who cares? Drive on. Yeah. Show them that you're the best.
They're good. That's what I thought. You know, when he's that good, you let him roll. I mean, the 4-horse had a perfect journey and could not gain.
Well, beating a length last time out, and it's probably a length here, and or maybe even 3/4, but still. Look, you did see Silver Spirit show a bit of tiredness in the sense of bearing out in the stretch, but it's going to be, it's a length. So 2 tries and both times second beating a length.
Yeah, again, at that $8,000 tag, I mean, you get 2 claims on him tonight. I imagine the new connections, whoever it turns out to be, they might bump him up to a $9,500 level next.
Yeah, because I think, otherwise you're just going to keep playing musical chairs with this horse, because at 8, we'll keep getting claims.
Yeah, it's just going to be tossed around. Next time he's in to go, you're going to see 4 straight claims, and if he put back in for 8, you'll see it 5 straight claims.
And back in front of us, there is one Silver Spirit, 7-year-old Veradero Hanover Bay gelding, owned by Jamie and Jacob Copley. Jimmy Copley, the trainer. Sammy Filial, the winning driver. 6th win this year. 29th lifetime for Silver Spirit. Third race, 1 Silver Spirit, 260, 210, 210. 4 Aragonite, 280, 230. 6 YYC and the Horizon, 350. $2 Exactor, 550. Dollar Try, 1010. And the Dollar Super is 13.75. 20-cent Super, 275. And the claim of 1 Silver Spirit, the new trainer, will be Gary Murner. Third race, silver finish from the top is a 1 scratch 42536. That's 1 scratch 42536 on the bottom. field on post parade for race number 4, One Magic Liam Gagnon for Frederick Gagnon, Stephanie Gagnon. Number 2 is Macedonia, Anthony Hunt for Dale Fritz and Edward Aitchison. Number 3 is Great Trickster, Bruce Richardson for Joe Coffey and Jason Castellan. And number 4 is Muskie Man, Jason Bryant for Kyle Bostons and Daryl Newbegin and Levi Kepfer. Number 5 is Bella Chica, Paul McKenzie for Corey German and Brenda German. And number 6, Numero Dix, Brady Golliers for Jared Bothwell. Number 7 is Gucci Gucci Goo, Nick Boyd for Kyle Rule and Triple S Wine. 8 is Long Black Limousine, Austin Sorey for Rachel Andrew and Carl Bagnall. And number 9, Shimmering Hanover, Sammy Filliard for Luke Blay. Field of 9, race number 4. Let's get a look at this field. And, well, Sugar, you're on. Number 6, Numero Dix and Jared Bothwell. Small barn, just 13 starters in Ontario this year, but has that 581 training average.
Yeah, this horse has got a pretty good average as well, Gary. Just 8 starts this season, but already a pair of wins, a pair of runner-up finishes, and that was over the half miler of Saratoga, south of the border. The latest being a 158-1 victory. That should equate to 55 or 56 speed here at Grand River Raceway. Brady Golliers picks up the drive. I'm going to go with 6, Numero Dix, at a price 10-1.
Well, and certainly is still offering the price I thought would drop a little bit because Jared Bothwell has in the past put up some strong numbers, and certainly this one translates well in here. I mean, I went elsewhere in this one, but I did think that Brady's got a decent shot in here in 9-1. You can't love them all. Number 4, Muskie Man, is one that I didn't use, but I might regret it because we talked about nose on gate. Well, the last 2 times, both of them were the trailer post in yet second and third, and 9 wins and 22 starts on the year.
This horse, Muskie Man, the 4-horse Muskie Man, drew the rail lots in London, and then things went south as far as post positions go for Muskie Man. When late May came around, he's had 4 trailing spots since then and only 1 rail. Well, the latest turns out to be likely the best trip he's ever gone in his life, finishing 3rd, clocked up a trip in 55-3. So I love when a horse is going in the right direction and showing one of the best trips of his life, and kind of flying under the radar here for Jason Ryan, 5-1.
One Magic Liam gets the inside, and one that was perfect 5 for 5 in the win column last year, 0 for 4 this year, but has raced better. In fact, that start June the 17th here was good.
It was all right, the second best in 58, and then the latest trip showing the 55-4 mile. Well, Muskie Man was able to beat him out through the stretch. Magic Liam, he's a tricky candidate for this one. I'm not sure what we're going to see because the last time he hit the rail, it was at Georgian Downs and he run. So, he's just getting things out of the way here now. 5-1 currently, Guy Gagnon.
And the one that's been taking a lot of money is 9 Shimmering Hanover. And, Luke Blay, 2-1. Didn't fare well at Mohawk last race, but the start just before that, 53-3, and before that a win in 54 at Mohawk.
Yeah, does show those quick miles, but the latest, down to the half at 55, and it looks like she said, I had enough, and she gave it up. Backing a trotter at a low price, 2-1 from the trailing spot, Gary. I just can't get there.
This is one that, with a lot of credentials, last year as a 2-year-old, 8 starts, made $114,000. October the 17th was in the Breeders' Crown and was 21-1 in with Breeders' Crown type. So, but 3-year-old now. And there's some older horses, older mares in here as well. and older horses, and so we'll see how it holds up for Shimmering Hanover, but certainly got major credentials and is the 9 to 5. One more I want to get to, of course, is number 8 Long Black Limousine, off of back-to-back wins at one here and one at Georgian Downs.
Big back half to win it. Came from 9th. Chased up some hot early fractions and was able to get the job done. His only shot, Gary, is if there's a half in 56, 57. Could pick up the pieces, but he's likely to be sitting 9th again.
I should mention Bella Chica is my second choice and is 2 to 1 on the board. Paul McKenzie for Corey German, who comes into this one off of back-to-back wins and a win in 55 and 1 in a grassroots. So it's a nice field. Field of 9 for the 4th dash. Field for race number 4. He is at the start of the rough, and Muskie Man, Bella Chica from the outside. Long Black Limousine is going to drive early. And then Numero Dixon on the inside is Magic Liam. And then that is Great Trickster. And then back further along to the inside as they work on around the turn. That is Macedonia. Then racing second from last now as they race on around the turn. Shimmering Hanover in front of Gucci Gucci Goo. Paul McKenzie, Bella Chica's got the lead. Long Black Limousine from post 8 is sitting in the pocket. And then third in line, that is Muskie Man as they race on up towards us. And Moradith is racing position 4th. Then Magic Liam and Great Trickster. Shimmering Hanover now is starting to roll, and we'll get cover as Great Trickster took out. And also stepping to the outside is Magic Liam and Guy Gagnon. But they roll up to the half of a 27 opening quarter. Bella Chica and Paul McKenzie's got the front. Long Black Limousine is right there close to the front seat right now and is sitting in the pocket. Magic Liam on the outside is getting a little closer. And 4th is Muskie Man. Then to the outside, 5th is Great Trickster. And 6th on the inside, Numero 10 is locked up. And then Shimmering Hanover is coming from off the pace. And then it is Gucci Gucci Goo and Macedonia. But Bella Chica has built a lead now of about 2.5 lengths, and Long Black Limousine. Magic Liam backs away. Then Great Trickster and way out wide. Shimmering Hanover is coming on gamely. Shimmering Hanover is driving hard right now as they trot for the top of the stretch. And it is Bella Chica, Long Black Limousine, and Shimmering Hanover on down the stretch. Where they come, and Bella Chica and Paul McKenzie on the outside. Shimmering Hanover. It's going to be Bella Chica to hold off a charging Shimmering Hanover, and Muskie Man 155 and 2. Paul McKenzie, Bella Chica, well, took a fair amount of action on the board and 3 to 1 and lived up to it, Sugar.
Yeah, here's another hot horse in Ontario. Straight to the top, would not be caught. 3 in a row, just a tick off her lifetime best of 155 and 1. This horse just jogged. Much the best winner.
Yeah, and look, that last race also at Mohawk was parked quite a chunk in one. And so, and then I saw this one race up at Georgian Downs, and I was very impressed June the 13th. And won pretty handily, winning by 3 lengths. So I just felt this is one that's a bit of a proven winner. 20 starts, 7 wins for this 3-year-old filly. So Bella Chica, Paul drove this one like he thought that she was really good.
He did. He put her straight to the top. And, there's a lot of them that fooled me in there. Black Limousine, I said be sitting 9th. Finds a 2-hole ride. Couldn't do anything with it. But it's tough. When you look at 9 trotters in a race that appear to be wide open, it's very tough to find the winner. But you had no problem there.
I went 3 deep on that pick 5, 8, 5, and 9, and I was worried about the post position for the 8, so I threw in the 5 and 9, and that was what I needed because it comes 5 now.
Yeah. A 9. What a big move, right? 4 wide push, rounding the final turn. Exacta probably comes back pretty good, but it's a nice rebounding effort because she didn't show much last time out, that Shimmering Hanover, so it's good to see her bounce back.
So the $1.80 pick 5 lives to the 5th race with Jimmy's on a roll as a single.
Oh boy. Let's go 3.
I thought play it light, but you know what? Bella Chica certainly lived up to the back-to-back wins, and both of them were pretty strong wins. So, maybe you needed to give her a little more regard. But I thought it was a pretty interesting race. But Paul took charge early and showed that's the way to go.
She's coming back, Gary, like she just went out for a jog, like a training mile. I mean, look at her. She's so loose. That didn't fizz her one bit.
And pay attention to Shimmering Hanover. That filly went a big mile coming from well off the pace.
Look for her next time.
Back in front of us is Bella Chica. 3-year-old looks like a Chippendale Bay filly, owned by Brendan Corey German. Corey German's the trainer. Paul Mackenzie, the winning driver. 5th win for Bella Chica this season. 8th lifetime. Mile of 1:55 and 2. Fourth race, 5 Bella Chica, 8:10, 4:30, 3:10, 9 Shimmering Hanover, 3:30 and 2:50, and 4 Muskie Man, 2:80. $2 exactor, 26.30. Dollar try, 53.70. 20-cent, the dollar super is 159.35. 20-cent super, 31.87. Fourth race. Order of finish from the top, 897-314-562. That is 897-314-562 on the bottom.
Winbag Farm of Delaware offers several outstanding stallions, including EL Platinum, full brother to multiple stakes winners EL Ideal and EL Titan, Meadowlands Pace winner He's Watching, a Dan Panch Award winner and a world record holder over multiple sized ovals, Molotov Cocktail, a New York Sire Stakes final champion and multiple stakes winner, Nutcracker Sweet, half brother to the great Sweet Lou, and a multiple stakes winner, Sports Column, a 19-time winner and a multiple Ontario Sire Stakes gold winner at 2 and 3, and Top Flight Angel, a Yonkers Trot final champion and a Breeders' Crown elimination winner. For more information, winbackfarm.com.
Field 4, race number 5 on parade 1. Fishing in the shadows. Mark McDonnell drives for Joshua McKippen. Number 2, Be Blazing, Nick Boyd for Darren Rayner and Bruce Cleaver. Number 3, Jimmy's on a Roll, Austin Saray for Rachel Andrew. Number 4 is Stonebridge Impish, Terry Fritz drives and trains and owns. 5 is Written in Stone, Sammy Filia for Brenda Duncan and David Duncan. Number 6, Ambush Sealster, Jason Ryan for John Kennedy and Allison and Caitlin Kennedy and Valerie Phillips. Number 7, Harbor Light Jimmy, Andre Goy for Kyle Bossons. 8 is Scratched. 9 is Cattle Crush, Paul McKenzie for Kevin Stevens and Nicole Loeffler. Field of 8, race number 5. Let's get a look at this field. It is a super high 5, and well, Jimmy's on a roll, 7-5 on the board. I think you could say he lived up to his name last time out.
Yeah, he went right downtown, went to the top, would not be caught, and I'm going to expect more of the same this evening. I mean, this horse has to leave, and if he takes control, all he needs is a carbon copy of what he did last time out to roll on them.
Well, and look, 15 starts, 5 wins in 5 seconds in 15 starts. This is the 4th start of the year. The barn is red hot too, so there's a lot of positive. The thing that isn't the positive is 8-5, and I got a feeling it's going to drop from there. But you know, you got to get 5 in here, and to use some horses underneath. Jimmy's on a Roll. Be Blazing is a logical one. Was second to Jimmy's on a Roll last time out.
Yeah, this one's got some pretty good early speed. I could see him finding a pocket ride or up there in the top 3. I mean, the rail starter does not appear to have any gate speed whatsoever. And, of course, the one made a break last time out. So he's going to have to get away cleanly here. So I think it's going to be an easy move for the 2 to follow the 3 right on out of there.
Well, and sat the pocket last time out. Now, no danger to go by that one, but it was a solid second, so you go that 3-2, the logical top 2. Ambush Sealster is one that can ambush them if there was somebody to challenge the pace. The last 2 times from post 7 closed up reasonably well to finish 4th, but before that, you see that big June the 12th line here, came flying late from 14 lengths back at the quarter to win.
Yeah, he's a stone-cold closer. He raced that way in London as well. There's not a whole lot of gate speed for the 6, Ambush Sealster, but his best effort to date is likely last time out when he paced the back half in 55-2. Just too far to come, right? He did manage a 4th in there and paced his fastest mile ever, 154-2. As you mentioned, any kind of hot early fractions could set it up for Ambush Sealster.
Cattle Crush is one that, well, we'll have to figure out who he's going to follow up. Probably follow up Be Blazing and Jimmy's on a Roll and not worry about the one horse. Cattle Crush from the trailer post did go to the front at Georgian last race in a maiden class and won. And you do see some speed here, 54-4, just 2 races ago.
This son of Catawash, check out his strut. I mean, this horse looks very, very good tonight. If I was going to audit my selections, I'd bump him up to a 2nd spot just on looks alone this evening, Gary. I think he's got to leave, like you said, behind the 2 or 3. Don't try to get away up close behind the 1 because it ain't going to happen.
And then what do you want to throw in for 5th? What else do you have in mind?
Throw in for 5th. Hey, yeah, that's tough. You know what? Hit the all button.
Yeah. I'll tell you who I'm going to throw in.
The high five.
I'll tell you who I want you to talk about because I used this one for 2nd and it's not on your ticket. 4 Stonebridge Impish. Now look, comes in from Hanover off of a win. Shows only 2 minutes, but Hanover doesn't yield quick times. This is the Terry Fritz barn. I got all day long for Terry's horses, and I think Stonebridge Impish is going to race better than the 14-1 suggests.
Well, we saw a Fritz winner on Monday night. That was for Dale Fritz, I think, took the finale. But you're getting a decent price on this Stonebridge Impish. 14-1, more than capable. of hitting this high five. I don't think they beat the 3, and the 9 still looks great, Gary.
Yeah, and you know why I remember that final dash on Monday night is because the 6 horse won, and I thought, oh no, now I'm going to have to hear about this again.
Oh no! And, 6 might have a shot to take the finale tonight as
I
well.
saw, I saw that. Please, please, God, don't let it
I've
happen.
tracked it for years, Gary. Tracked it for
Please.
years.
Okay, well, whatever. It's a field of 8 for
Let's
race number
go.
5, taking up their positions. Field 4, the 5th dash. They are into the backstretch, gathering speed approaching the start. And the field for the 5th race is at the start of the rough, and Harbor Light Jimmy from the outside is going to leave out with Jimmy's on a roll. And then on the inside, B Blazin. So Jimmy's on a roll and B Blazin. Then Harbor Light Jimmy, Stonebridge Impish, and Cattle Crush on the inside. Racing 5th, and then back to Written in Stone, Ambush Sealster, and Fishing in the Shadows. Jimmy's on a roll. Try to clear to the front of her B Blazin. Jimmy's on a roll is going to come on now and take the front. Jimmy's on a roll. Has got the lead for Austin Surrey. B Blazin's racing the pocket position as they come off the turn off at 28 opening quarter. Harbor Light Jimmy is able to tuck along to the inside, racing 3rd right now. Then is Written in Stone, Stonebridge Impish, and then to the outside is Ambush Sealster. On the inside, that is Written in Stone, and then it is back on the outside, trailing the field, Fishing in the Shadows. Jimmy's on a roll. Is 2-5 on the board and rolls right now to a lead of about 3. Half 56 and 3. No second panel breather. 28 3 split. And it is B Blazin. Cattle Crushes moving on the outside. Harbor Light Jimmy's racing 4th. Then Ambush Sealster, Stonebridge Impish, and back to Fishing in the Shadows and Written in Stone. Jimmy's on a roll with a lead. Advantage is about 2.5 lengths right now. B Blazin, Cattle Crush, and then Ambush Sealster. And then it is Harbor Light Jimmy, Fishing in the Shadows, and now popping out from 4th and coming. Ambush Sealster has a full head of steam, has to come a long way, but Jimmy's on a roll, has put up some snug fractions, 124 and 3, and it is Jimmy's on a roll. B Blazin and Ambush Sealster. Jimmy's on a roll on down the stretch. Drive they come. Jimmy's on a roll, just keeps on rolling. Jimmy's on a roll is going to win. Ambush Sealster, B Blazin, then Written in Stone and Cattle Crush. 153 and 2. Jimmy is definitely on a roll, Sugar.
Oh, for sure. Carbon copy of what he did last time out. Went to the top, would not be caught, and back-to-back lifetime best victories tonight. It's a score in 153 and 2. Never faced a challenger throughout.
And you know what made me happy? My $1.80 lived.
Oh, get.
You don't need to spend more. $1.80.
If you played along with Gary's pick 5 on a dollar base play, well, either 20 center or a dollar play was cheap enough. $9 even. You're going to hit 4 on a dollar pick 5.
Yeah, and the reason was I just thought there were 3 chalks that weren't going to get beaten. Beach Wiggle, Silver Spirit, and Jimmy's on a roll, and then went 3 deep in the other 2 legs, and in both cases needed to go deep enough in those other 2 because in that second race it was my 3rd choice, and in the 4th race, well, it was my 2nd choice. So I went deep in the right spots and singled up in 3 of them.
Your capping expertise really popping off the front half of this card tonight, Gary.
Yeah, but I wouldn't go that far. Just wait till the 6th race, and you'll see how you can be really wrong in a hurry. So that's why you want to be careful. I've mentioned this sport can humble you as a player. But you know what? Jimmy's on a roll. I felt confident, and boy, he raced like one you could feel confident with.
Yeah, he did. He certainly raced up to his odds. I guess he's a 3-5 favorite. 2-5. Wow.
Yeah, and Austin said, second panel breather? Who cares? Let's just keep going.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he just bottomed out the field.
Well, he was back in the same class as he dominated last time out, and and Austin said, I'm not going to let somebody sit on my back, because sometimes I think that's a bit of a mistake. Sure, you get that breather, but you also let somebody stay close to you. This way, If somebody's going to come, they got to come a long way. And look, Ambush Shielster certainly came a long way to finish second.
Yeah, he keeps on coming. He keeps on improving. Yeah, maybe he's going to make a start at the big track, Woodbine Mohawk Park, this season. But for now, he's learning lots, passing horses, and he just keeps on coming.
Well, Jimmy's on a Roll is back in front of us. A 4-year-old Big Jim Bay horse, owned and trained by Rachel Andrew. Austin Sorry, the winning driver, second win this season, sixth lifetime. Jimmy's on a roll, 153 and 2 for a new career best. Fifth race, number 3, Jimmy's on a roll, 290, 210, 210, 6, Ambush Shielster, 490 and 290, and 2, B Blazin, 260, $2 exactor, 1010, the dollar try is 1085. We had a dollar high five of 356.15. That 20-cent high five is 71.23. 20-cent pick 3 is 223. 20-cent pick 4 is 636. The dollar pick 5 is $79. Fifth race. Order right finish from the top, 631, 742, 8 scratch 5. From the top down, 631, 742, 8 scratch 5 on the bottom.
Here we are. Going into the back half of this Friday night program, Grand River Raceway. Hope you're having some luck this evening. You know, for the most part, that high five came back well in the fifth race. Heavy favorite, 2-5. Jimmy's on a roll on top. The 6 Ambush Sealster, a logical player, as well as the 2 B Blaze. And that high five coming back at over $70 on a 20-cent play. That's a pretty good payoff for a 2-5 shot on top. So let's go dive in to some pick 5 ticket ideas. No guarantees on this multi-leg wager, though there could be a great shot at a huge payout here. You got lots of trotting events throughout this late pick 5 sequence. So I've gone deep the opening leg, 3 deep in fact, with a 3, 7, and 8. Now the 3 and 8 are going to take action here. Number 7, Kennedy Hanover. I got in this one. I got onto this one big. 2 starts back after this one finished second best on June the 12th. Didn't work out on the 19th, but a big improvement last time out. Gained a lot of ground and missed to a winner that had 9 lengths on the field going up to 3/4. Kennedy Hanover did close up some pretty good ground and trotted a mile in 59 and 2. So for me right now, 45-1. That's a big, big price. I don't think you're going to get that kind of price come post time, but she will be a price player with these. Number 7, Kennedy Hanover, going to single up a 7 in the 7. Vimy Ridge Apona. She was going to win last time out. She rolled off stride when getting set to turn for home. If she doesn't break, she's likely winning. She just has to get away cleanly and mind her manners. There in race number 7, a single for me. 8th race, back to 3D with That'll Be Tiger, Redland Wrangler, and Ace 44 Jack. Moving on to the 9th race, went inside to the 1 Greek Manalishi and the 2 Vista Verde. I think we're pretty safe using 1-2 or 2-1 there in the 9th. 10th race is where you might want to go deepest of all. I went 5 deep in there. I think Coastline, Strongman Hanover, Sweet View, Relentless, and even number 3, Cold Creek Pantera could be worth a look in there as well. 5 deep for me on the end of it. $18 even on the 20-cent wager, should you care along to play with this late pick 5 ticket idea. Gary Guy mapping out a pick 5. Let's see what he's got. He did well with his singles. He had singles in 3 legs of that early pick 5, and he breaks on through for $1.80 on a 20-cent play. All right, Gary, on the end of it. In the 6th race, he's trying 3 deep, 3, 8, and 7. 3, 7, and 2 in the 7th. He does have a single throughout this pick 5 sequence. In race number 8, I think it's got to be something other than the 2, right? Because I believe the 2
I forgot
might
to
have
update because I had.
Yeah, what are you going to go to, Gary?
You know what?
What are you going to?
Man, well, now I got to go more than just the 2 because I was going to go single. So, you know what? Give me a couple horses, the 3 and 5, and so now I'm going to spend more money. I can open the wallet. I got a few dollars now. So
Happy Pat and the Charlottetown Southpaw, 3 and 5.
Yeah, the problem,
for
you know,
Gary
just, I think that's a
eight,
pretty wide open dash. But, well, give me the 3 and the 5.
Well, it's going to put your ticket up to about $14.40 on a 20-center. You're using the inside 2 in the last couple of races. Again, 1 and 2, 2-1 look very logical in the 9th. And then in that finale, you've got Coastline, you've got Strongman Hanover. No 6, though, Gary, in race 10.
No, don't need the 6 in race 10. And besides, you know what? I should leave the 2 because that way I'm guaranteed not to lose because, well, you know, you can't buy the ticket.
All righty.
But the 3-5 of the
Connolly
8.
Eccles.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Let's finish up with Connolly Ecclestone's ticket, though, because he is a friend of the show, right? We better get to Connolly's ticket. Opening leg, he's going to that 7, Kennedy Hanover. He's not afraid. Now, that one's taking the action out of 6-1. 3-2 favorite, number 8, Polishing Stace, and another one that Connolly will use. Over in a race number 7, 3 deep in there, Sarah Cal, Emoticon, and Walner, and Vimy Ridge Apona. I like all 3. It's just the 7 kind of pops off the page for me in race 7. The 8th race for Connolly, using 1, 3, and 4, my little friend, Super Puncher, That'll Be Tiger. He's 40, deepest of all, race 9 with a 1, 2, 5, and 6, and he does have a 6 in race 10. He's on Relentless, and he's on the 1, Coastline.
He's on my
So a
top
pair of
pick and your
sixes
top
in
pick.
the 10th race. What's that, Gary?
He's on my top pick and your top pick.
Okay, well, he might have copied our picks, right? I think he's got.
No,
I think
no.
he's got. I think he's got the jump on us for looking at picks and making up. Nah, he does these tickets the days ahead of time. I'm sure. 2880. Connolly's got a thick wallet.
Yeah, well, and look, I love Coastline in there. That's so I only went the two deep on the two on the inside. I think it's between those two. But we're going to find out because
Oh,
you just have this belief about the 6th and the 10th, and we're never going to settle that.
well, it doesn't even matter with a horse sometimes, Gary. It's just been tracked for years.
Yeah, okay, okay. Field 4, race number 6 is on. Parade 1 is Uncle Luther. Rodney Hughes drives and trains for MVL Stable of Mississauga. Number 2 is California King Eddie Hensley for Ashley Hensley. Number 3 is Tamil Electra. Mark Etzel drives and trains for Chan Ten and Peter Porter. Number 4 is Dr. John. Jason Ryan for Brett Lester and Saltwater Staple. Number 5, LMC Double Bubble. Damien McClellan for Kyle Boston and Lordina Cirillo. Number 6 is Firestride. Anthony Hunt for Shane Weber and Tom and Elizabeth Rankin. Number 7, Kennedy Hanover, Paul McKenzie for Kyle Rule and Triple S Equine. 8 is Polishing Station, Guy Gagnon for Jean-Francois Maguire, Jean Drapeau. And 9 is Whitey Wheels, Austin Sorry for Rachel Andrew and William Pendleton. It's a field of 9, race number 6, Maiden Trotters. Let's get a look at this field. And well, number 8, Polishing Station, Jean-Francois Maguire. It's a strong pick whenever you take one of JF's horses, and Guy Gagnon Polishing Station has to deal with the outside post, but he's getting love at 3-1.
Yeah, honest trotter, right? Fourth best finishes in each of his last two. Just one on the board finish though in the season for the 9 starts being put forward. 3-1 right now. I was hoping for a little more value. Otherwise, I would have been looking elsewhere. 3-1 right now. I am looking elsewhere.
Well, and this field has not got a lot in the way of form coming in. And so, post 8, you take a shot here. Been racing well, but also it's the big barn that gets the job done often
Sure.
at a very high percentage. But right to that one's left is Kennedy Hanover. Raced really well here last time out, so now has a pair of runner-up finishes in the past 3.
Yeah, I talked her up pretty good too back after she finished second before that on June the 12th. She disappointed me in the 19th. She offered very little, but good to see her bounce back and get second last time out. She's got to hold on to that value, though. Anything less than 5-1, take a shot elsewhere.
Yeah, and the one that I used on top, and we need to see what she looks like because you very
Right.
smartly pointed out last time out that she looked a little hot and then she made an early break. Look, she was the odds-on favorite. Now there's a more relaxed time of Electra, I believe.
Night and day versus last week, Gary. I mean, she was running very warm. Last week, we saw her tugging hard on Etzel. Well, check what he's doing now. He's putting her down to the safety lane. She may even walk onto the grass here. She is relaxed, calm, cool, and collected. The only thing different about her this week, I think, beyond that, is the knees being wrapped. I don't think she had her knees wrapped last week.
Well, she certainly would have needed them because she was hipping and hopping around, and
She likely touched the knee when she galloped, and that has Etzel taping up the front knees. But her look is much better. You know what? Even though I got the 7 and 8 ahead of her in my selections, I didn't want to pick her on top because I wasn't sure what I was going to see. I would put her on top right now based on what I'm seeing. She is much more relaxed. I love her now.
well, I put her on top because I have faith in Mark Etzel, and I just thought he'll figure out what it is that had her so agitated because she
Oh.
wasn't a happy camper. 9 Whitey Wheels, you know what? This is one that's been off since last August, but raced well at Mohawk to finish third at Mohawk last summer.
How about Rachel Andrew training, Austin Sorey driving to come
Yes.
right back to the winner's circle? I mean, wonderful to see some folks up from Prince Edward Island. Now, Austin's dad, Wade, is on track. I saw him in the winner's circle there with his partner, Tammy. So shout out to Wade and Tammy, and maybe they'll get to the winner's circle right here
The
with
thing
this
to
trotter.
notice,
First time for the Rachel Andrew barn.
yeah, I think the thing to notice with Whitey Wheels, July the 25th, raced in a gold. Now was fourth beaten 2 3/4, which is pretty darn competitive. 56-3,
Yeah.
and also just in a gold that tells you what the connections thought of this horse because this was a pretty lightly raced horse at that point, and yet they threw him right in with that gold company.
First start of the season, your sleeper, the dark one, right? Number 9, Whitey Wheels. Again, with Austin's folks up from Prince Edward Island to watch, wouldn't put it past Austin to win a few more tonight.
I'll tell you who I threw on the bottom of my ticket. I think might be an improving colt is to California King and Eddie Hensley.
Oh, you could go a lot of ways here. Big double digits for the 2 horse. The 7 looks so good going to the gate. Many chances in this one. It's wide open, Gary.
Now that people have seen a more relaxed looking Tamil Electra, that's where they've gone to. They're charged up for the 3 horse at 2-1 on the board. A full
Let's
field
go.
of 9 trotters. Let's go, taking up their positions as they swing into the backstretch. Field 4, race number 6. And Fire Stride went off stride. Field is at the start of the rough, and Dr. John and LMC double bubble. LMC double bubble and Dr. John, and then on the inside, California King. Kennedy Hanover Polishing Station. Timel Electra is relaxed away racing sixth, then Uncle Luther, and back to Whitey Wheels. But as they race their way on around the turn, LMC double bubble. Kennedy Hanover is striding strongly on the outside now at 9-2 on the board. Kennedy Hanover and Paul McKenzie wants to come on and clear to the front. LMC double bubbles racing second, and off stride went Whitey Wheels, and racing third as the field comes on towards us is Dr. John in front of Polishing Station. Then California King, now Timel Electra, will start to move on the outside. Has work to do, though. It's about 8 or 9 off the lead, but closing. And then it is back to Uncle Luther. Off at 28-2 opening quarter. Kennedy Hanover leads up to the half with LMC double bubbles second. Dr. John is racing third. And then Timel Electra now is moving on the outside and takes over third. Dr. John is back to fourth, and California King is coming down. And then Polishing Station, Kennedy Hanover. Here comes Timel Electra to the outside now. And on the move, and on the outside taking over second. LMC double bubble is third. California King has surfed up to take over fourth now, then Polishing Station and Dr. John, and then back to Uncle Luther, and they race by 3/4 in 1:28-3. Kennedy Hanover, Timel Electra. Kennedy Hanover is still strong and holds a lead of about a length right now. Timel Electra on the inside, LMC double bubble, and sent out wide as California King, and then Polishing Station on down the stretch drive. Timel Electra, California King on the outside, and on the inside, Kennedy Hanover. 3 across the track, Timel Electra with the late lead. Timel Electra is going to win it, and then second is between Kennedy Hanover and California King. LMC double bubble stayed for fourth, amount of 157. Timel Electra did drop down to even money and had to work from off the pace, but certainly lived up to what we saw before the start of the race, that this was a more relaxed and professional Timel Electra tonight.
100%, Gary. This would probably be the race that I was waiting on. This was the race I wanted to see, and it was all about the post parade. What we were going to see from number 3, Timel Electra, ran so hot last time out before the race, where she was only paying $280 to win. Well, backers were rewarded with even money tonight, and she kind of showed it on parade that she had her business together. She was minding her manners, calm, cool, and collected, and well done, Etzel, to turn things around for this filly this week.
Well, and the money came for her once people saw that she just was a different horse than last week. And last week you were very quick to point out how she looked. It just didn't look at all comfortable.
Right. Anytime there's a young horse running a little hot, meaning, you could tell from the body language, nervous maybe, and pulling a ton on driver Mark Etzel last week. And what do you know? She's going to self-destruct at the start. As mentioned, she was only paying $280 to win on that occasion. The early break cost her last time out, but just floated on out of there nice and easy, like just the way he had her in the safety lane and on the grass prior to the race. This race had her name written all over it.
It's very close for second. I thought maybe the 7 held on, but it's very tight. Well, there it is, 7-2. But it was close between those two. California King, I mentioned, was an improving horse who came up and finished third. In fact,
last horse you talked about, right? California King. And I mentioned 7, Kennedy Hanover, looking so good going to the gate. Good wide open trot, but they weren't beating this one tonight.
Timel Electra and Mark Etzel, 3-year-old Green Manalishi Bay filly owned by Mark Etzel, along with Chan Tan and Peter Porter. Mark Etzel's the trainer and the winning driver. 2 wins in 3 starts this year. Second lifetime for Timel Electra, 157 flat, a new career best. Sixth race, payouts 3. Timely Electra, 430, 310, 270. 7 Kennedy Hanover, 490, 420. 2 California King, 850. $2 exactor, 19.20. Dollar try, $54. The dollar super is 317.65. 20-cent super, 63.53. Sixth race, so we're finished from the top, 731-648-259. That's 731-648-259 on the bottom.
Here we go into the final four on this Friday evening at Grand River Raceway. And yeah, wonderful to see that filly and Mark Edsel's turned it around this week. She showed on parade that she was going to be good to go. And she shows up tonight to begin the pick five play. It's the pick four starting up here in race number 7. More trotters here. And let's bring up some ticket ideas then. Yours truly, Gary Guy and Connolly, all taking our best shots on this late pick 4 at the river. So the opening leg for myself, I'm going to single up. I'm going to stay on the single. Number 7, Vimy Ridge Apona. Just has to mind her manners this week. The late break took every chance away. Here's another one. She was just paying $2.90 to win last week. She was going to win it if she doesn't roll off strides. So she'll have to mind those manners throughout here this evening. But she gets a great spot to leave from. Post 6, scratch of the one inside of her, so she gets to move in a spot. We really like her chances and love that price currently at 5 to 1. If you can get anything close to that come post time, hop on board. We're going to go 3 deep in race number 8. We're on the 4, 5, and 7 with That'll Be Tiger, Redland Wrangler, Ace, 44 Jack. We'll get an outside chance. The 1 and 2 for me pop off the page in the 9th. I think it's got to be either one of those two. And then we phantom 5 deep in the finale. 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. Just $6 even on a 20-cent play to go along with this late pick 4 ticket. Suggestion, another ticket. This one for track announcer Gary Guy. No singles throughout the sequence for Gary on this late pick 4. He is on the 3, 2, and 7. 2, 3, and 7, but his top selection here is the 3. Emoticon and Wallner. The early break last time out took every chance away. He just would not settle, and he was well back and a distance. He does show some excess throughout the line, so again, needs to get away clean and stay clean throughout. 7, Bimmy Ridgeabona is on his ticket. Sericel as well. Over to race 8 for Gary. He's on 3 and 5. Super Puncher, Redland Wrangler. Inside 2 in the 9th. I like it. Inside 2 in the 10th. Coastline and Strongman Hanover for Gary on the end of his pick 4. $4.80 on a 20-cent play. And one more ticket for Connolly Ecclestone. His late pick 4. A ticket suggestion. 3 deep for the first couple of legs. And then over to race number 9. He's decided to go deepest of all in there. Greek Manalishi on the rail. Vista Verde next door. Post 5 for Hadley. And 6 is Super Green. And on the end of it, he went to the rail starter, Coastline, and went to the 6. Rye Letless. $14.40 if you're in to go with Connolly on his late pick 4. Good luck.
field for the 7th on parade. 1 is Green Goose, Bruce Richardson for John Holding and Morley Bosworth. Number 2 is Sarah Quell. It's Ryan Holiday for Dave Holiday and Grant and Robert Jackson. Number 3 is Emoticon Walner. It is Sammy Filia for Luke Blaine, Determination. 4 is Crossroader, Austin Surrey for Don Lindsay and Paul Lindsay. 5 is Sneaking Out, Dave Frankie Boughton for Don Lindsay and Paul Lindsay. 6 is Scratched. Number 7, Vimy Ridge opponent, Jason Ryan for Steve Lockwood and Paul Mazzetti. And number 8, Don't Call Me Anymore, Damian McClellan for Kyle Bossens and James Wilson and Trevor John Yonke. Field of 7, race number 7. Let's get a look at number 7. And one thing to note here, Sugar, each of us took a horse on top that is coming in off of a break, so we both had to take a leap of faith. You took the leap of faith with 7 Vimy Ridge-Epona off a break last time out.
Well, as mentioned, if she doesn't break, she's winning that last race. I mean, the horse players had her bet right down to return $290 on a win ticket. The trip in 57-2, where she just missed by a head, you can look through the page here all day. You're not going to find anything in here that can beat 58 speed, and this one has a mile and 57. So for that reason alone, I got to pick her on top and hope she stays flat.
Well, and sometimes I think we look a little too close at speed because it depends how the race unfolds. Emoticon Walner, June the 12th, was a winner, but battled first up in that one in 58-3. I've got confidence that there's more there. But look, Vimy Ridge-Epona, the one thing to note, only one break, and it was late in the mile last time out when maybe she might have just been getting a bit tired because she put in a good opening quarter and then a strong third panel and then went off stride. So Vimy Ridge-Epona has looked more solid than Emoticon Walner, who has a couple of breaks recently.
Mm-hmm.
One that, if you're going to toss the two that are coming off of breaks, you might get to Seroquel very quickly because this is one that was pretty good here in the last, here 2 starts ago and then at Clinton last race.
If you want honesty, that's what you're going to get with this Daughter of Archangel. You cannot find an X throughout her chart lines in the program. Very easy winner here on June 19th. I mean, she win in 59-1 in her season debut, and then she was over at Clinton last time out on the half miler, the Prospect Series, where she raced a good third in 2 minutes 2/5. Ryan Holiday, great set of hands for the Trotters, and Seroquel for me gets a big shot with these.
Happy Holiday and Seroquel, your second choice, but now you got to get to Emoticon Walner. Now I mentioned the problem with the brakes. One was at Flamborough May the 21st. Break to start before that May the 14th, and then a break again last time out here June 19th. So, but also was a winner here June the 12th, doing it the hard way.
Yeah, it was a solid win. It battled first up. He got away cleanly on that occasion. It seems that if he's going to break, it's going to be early in the mile. I think he gets a little anxious because I go back to that replay of his latest where he's just throwing in steps. He didn't immediately roll off stride. He got very steppy behind the gate, kind of got doubled up, and then when he rolled off stride, he just would not reset. I mean, if this horse wants to get bumpy behind the gate or getting away, I don't think he can hold on to it. I think he just rolls off stride and gallops.
Well, he's got his ears up, and I think he's listening, and he's saying, "Oh, come on."
Oh,
man.
He is.
Come on.
He doesn't
man.
like what I'm saying.
No, he's like, "Come on, man. I'll be fine in here." Number 6 was scratched. How about number 4, Crossroader, one that did improve last race quite noticeably.
Yeah, trotted a pretty good back half, 59-3 to be third, and that's just the second start of the season. So third, start off an extended layoff. Got to be a muscle mass, of course.
Yeah, and 1, 2 out of 5
I saw
last
this
year.
horse going behind the gate, and I said, he's got to be a muscle mass. I looked quickly at the program. He stamps them, Gary.
Yeah, and he won 2 out of 5 starts last year, so it's not as if he's not got some credibility to him. And then that third here last time out, if you're looking for a flyer at a price of 20 to 1, and also one
Wow.
that doesn't show any X's on the dance card.
Amazing value on a horse that he could pop here. As mentioned, Austin Sorey's got some folks up from Prince Seradon watching tonight.
Well, you're on Vimy Ridge Epona, 3-2, and my horse is also 3-2, Emoticon Walner. Both of those two coming in off of break, so we'll have to watch this race early to see how it unfolds. It is a field of 7 for race number 7. Field for the 7th race. Is at the start. And they're off and getting out well on the outside. Don't Call Me Anymore and Vimy Ridge opponent, but down to the inside, Sarakel. Sarakel is going to come on and get the lead. Vimy Ridge opponent. Then it is Don't Call Me Anymore, Green Goose, and then Crossroader. Emoticon Walner relaxed away, second last, sneaking out his trailing the field. Vimy Ridge opponent is driving on the outside against Sarakel, and Vimy Ridge opponent driving leads a length and a quarter, looking to clear. And now Vimy Ridge opponent is able to get in front of Sarakel, and now traveling to the outside, Don't Call Me Anymore, as they race off a turn of 28-3 and head up towards the half. Vimy Ridge opponent is getting tested right now. Don't Call Me Anymore. And Don't Call Me Anymore is able to clear before the turn. Vimy Ridge opponent is going to sit the pocket on the back of Sarakel, and racing forth his Green Goose. And then Crossroader. Emoticon Walner second last and sneaking out his trailing field. And now Vimy Ridge opponent was quickly able to reclaim the lead. Vimy Ridge opponent 3-2 on the board. Long shot Don't Call Me Anymore is racing second. Vimy Ridge opponent is starting to get away a bit of a half of 58-4 and has a lead of 3. Don't Call Me Anymore. Then Green Goose. Sarakel's on the inside. Emoticon Walner is kicking in late, but has a lot of work to do, but is loaded up now and is coming quickly. And they race their way on by that 3/4, 128-1, and it is Vimy Ridge, Epona, and Green Goose, and then Don't Call Me Anymore. Emoticon Walner has now burst onto the scene and is closing rapidly. Vimy Ridge Epona, though, as they turn for home. Vimy Ridge Epona, Emoticon Walner is trotting up a storm. Vimy Ridge Epona, Emoticon Walner to settle things on down the stretch drive. Vimy Ridge Epona trying to hold on. Emoticon Walner. Vimy Ridge Epona was able to hold off a charging Emoticon Walner. Sarakel and Green Goose. Mile time was 158-1. Vimy Ridge Epona got a serious challenge late, but was strong enough to get home in front.
Yeah, they weren't going to get by her tonight. She was flying, but so too was the 3. It was a real good battle through the stretch. I mean, great to see Emoticon and Walner bounce back with an effort like that. I think Sarakel comes on for third, but I think Vimy Ridge opponent, she liked being covered up there for a bit, letting that big long shot go prior to the half mile, kind of kept her focus in play this week, Gary.
Yeah, and the thing with Emoticon Walner, because of that early break last time and the other breaks early, Sammy was very conservative this one, kicked in. The thing also I noticed, if Emoticon Walner the first time that this one was rolling, kind of rolled up to one that was sitting on the outside and then took a little to hold. If he would have been able to just keep on rolling, he might have caught the 7, but so he had to kind of make a move twice.
Yeah, I guess that's how it worked. You know, the 3, Emoticon and Walner, I think you got to keep looking for them. I think Sammy did a great job, though. As you mentioned, just kind of floated them on out of there. Was in no hurry to make an early move off the wings. Just kept him clean. That's what he needed, was a clean line to go for it all next time, maybe.
And there's a look at that finish, and it's close enough, but I knew that the 7 held on. But we were talking that both the 3 and 7, those were our top 2. I had the 3 and you had the 7, and they both came in off of breaks, and they both were smooth. And then the difference was just the difference in trip, and Vimy Bridgepona. Jason was able to be a little more aggressive with this one early, and Moticon Walner had to, Sammy had to be kind of a little more cautious.
Real good bounce back for both of them, actually. Even the two horse, that final eighth, Gary, was very quick. Like they likely trotted that final 8 in 14 seconds, which is pretty good for young trotters.
Well, and you said you get an honest effort out of Sarah Kell, another flat line, and another
Yeah.
decent outing to finish third. To the two that we thought it was between those two, and it certainly was close enough. Vimy Ridgepona, though, in front of us, thrilled my MVP Bay filly, owned by Paul Mazzetti of Guelph. Steve Lorenz, the trainer. Jason Ryan, the winning driver, second win this year. Third lifetime, Vimy Ridgepona, 158-1. 7th race. 7, Vimy Ridgepona, 510, 330, 240. 3, Emoticon Walner, 472, 70, and 2, Severical, 230. $2 exactor, 1680. Dollar try, 1690. The dollar super is 61.90. The 20-cent super is 12.38. seventh race. Order of finish from the top 43265, scratch 17. That's 43265, scratch 17 on the bottom.
Winbag Farm of Delaware offers several outstanding stallions, including EL Platinum, full brother to multiple stakes winners EL Ideal and EL Titan. Meadowlands Pace winner He's Watching, a Dan Bench Award winner and a world record holder over multiple sized ovals. Molotov Cocktail, a New York Sire Stakes final champion and multiple stakes winner. Nutcracker Sweet, half brother to the great Sweet Lou, and a multiple stakes winner. Sports Column, a 19-time winner and a multiple Ontario Sire Stakes gold winner at 2 and 3, and Top Flight Angel, a Yonkers Trot final champion and a Breeders' Crown elimination winner. For more information, winbackfarm.com.
Field on Post Parade. 1. My Little Friend. Austin Story for Natalie Elliott and Shenko. 3 is Super Puncher. Pat Houdon drives and trains for Tomaya Mechanical and Nelson Craig and Bill Cripps. And number 4, that'll be Tiger, Brady Gollier for Cassidy Schneider, Colonel Schneider Jr. And 5, Redland Wrangler, Paul McKenzie for Stephen Charlton and Kathleen Charlton. And number 6, New Shooter, George Kenchworth for John Braid. And absent from the parade, 7 Ace 44 Jack. Damon McClellan will be joining us for Randy Harris and Kylie Harris. And the 8 is scratch. So a field of 6. Let's get a look at this field. Redland Wrangler, your top one. And one problem with Redland Wrangler, can come close. 9 runner-up finishes in 9/3 of the past 2 seasons, but only 1 win in 53, Sugar.
Yeah, that's. I'm just seeing that now, but you know what? It's not a class where horses like to win. I mean, I'm looking at lots of them here that it's hard to find a victory in any of the chart lines showing in the program. I think the one, My Little Friend, is the only one that has a victory in recent starts, and that's well over a month ago.
Yeah, and well, maybe they'd like to win, they just can't. But Redland Wrangler certainly comes close, but and he's got gate speed. He hasn't been using it of late, but this one has gate speed. I've seen him blast. And so of late, he's raced, like last time out, he raced very well.
Let's see it tonight then. That's what I want to see. If you said he's got gate speed, let's see it tonight. Let's put him on the chooch or very close to it and see what you get.
He has excellent gate speed. So, well, look down the page. You see May the 28th at Flamborough from post 7, 27-4. Got away second. In fact, the next 2 starts left in 27-2. Once at Mohawk and once here. So he can get off the gate. But now that's your top one in what looks wide open, although the 1 is getting all the action. And number 4, that'll be Tiger, Brady Gollier for Cassidy Schneider. The one thing this horse has is 4 wins this year, which when you stack up all the others, adding up their wins this year, the rest of the field has 1 and 3. How about 4 with the rest of the field?
Right. When a horse matches the total wins for the remainder of the field in the season, that alone makes him a huge player. 8-1, incredible price right now, makes him one of the longest shots on the board too.
Yeah, and well, number 7, Ace 44 Jack, benefits with a scratch. We'll leave out a post position 6. This is one that you see some negatives. X is on the dance card, but you know what, Pops? 8 wins last year. No wins this year, but 11 top 3s.
Well, if there happens to be any kind of early speed battles that might set up for a horse like this, I mean, I do like his back half and that qualifier where he missed it by a neck, 57-2 back half. That's good enough to go with these and maybe even beat these off of the right kind of trip.
Yeah, and then one more to get a look at. We have to get a little look of Smilin' Pat with Super Puncher, and then we'll get to the 1. I think we have time, but Smilin' Pat, Super Puncher. And this is one that blasted out early last race, paid for it, but the start before it was pretty solid.
Yeah, if you can find a spot up close, maybe follow a helmet a little longer this time. Maybe keep him off the lead. Gives him a better shot to win this, Gary.
Yeah, and, well, did race well here 2 back, so could race back to that if he can just get a little more conservative pose trip. 26-4 opening quarter last race. We know he can get off the gate, but might need a better plan. My Little Friend has been taking money right since the get-go. 6-5 on the board. Did not enjoy Clinton last time out.
Yeah, it's a lot to ask for this horse. I mean, I think he's a better half-miler horse. I mean, he get around London 57-1, Does show 56 in 1 speed over Grand River, but that's, I think, one of the quickest miles he's got in him.
And that was in the class above this one, and that was post 8. So I see why the fans are going this direction. And plus, Natalie Elliott's got a big win percentage on the year, has won close to 20% of her starts this year. So my little friend
She
in
does
Austin
just
Sorry.
fine.
Yeah, so
Yeah, she does just fine. And Austin Sorey, leading dash winning driver thus far this season.
But yeah, we'll see what this one does. I think people are banking on that class drop. Now, raced in this class at Hanover, but then got away second and backed away to fourth. But this is not an overly snug bunch, and
Right.
I wound up with Super Puncher as my top one because I mistakenly, when the 2 was scratched and I had it 2-4, I also took out the 4 and wound up with the 3 on top. I would have wound up with That'll Be Tiger. I just
Oh, wow.
didn't understand what was going on, and I took them both out instead of just taking out one.
Sure. Yeah. Well, it's tricky. It's tricky. This is a tricky race. I mean, I can't believe the action continues on the one, Gary. Look for a price player.
Redland Wrangler looking to double his win total over the last 2
Send 'em.
seasons. I think he's going to be getting off the gate. It's a field of 6 for the 8th dash. Field for the 8th race. In the backstretch. They're at the start of the rough, and new shooter, Redland Wrangler, my little friend on the inside, is also sprinting out. Super Puncher, That'll Be Tiger, and Ace 44 Jack, but it's my little friend who's going to lead on around the turn. New shooter in Ketros parked, and Redland Wrangler is going to wrangle a pocket trip. His new shooter is going to take back and find a spot on the inside, racing third in front of Super Puncher and the trailing pair. That'll Be Tiger and Ace 44 Jack. 26-2. It was a strong opening panel. My little friend in Austin Sorry has the front as they race their way on up towards the half, and racing second, Redland Wrangler. Then New Shooter and Super Puncher. That'll Be Tiger and Ace 44 Jack. And they work their way on up towards the half off that 26-2 opening panel. My little friend, without any friends, is traveling alone. And Redland Wrangler is second. Super Puncher now on the outside alongside New Shooter on the inside. That'll Be Tiger second last, and Ace 44 Jack is trailing the field. And it is My Little Friend, Redland Wrangler, is 2.5 back, and they hustle on to 3/4. My Little Friend got a bit of urging there from Austin Sorry to just keep on going. Redland Wrangler, there goes That'll Be Tiger now, and is coming gamely 3 wide, 3/4 and 125, and That'll Be Tiger is roaring now. My Little Friend, That'll Be Tiger, Ace 44 Jack from off the pace is flying quickest of all, and now as the field turns for home, Ace 44 Jack, and That'll Be Tiger, and on the inside, My Little Friend, Ace 44 Jack off 3/4, 125. Ace 44 Jack flying on down the stretch with That'll Be Tiger. Ace 44 Jack at 6-1 is going to win. That'll Be Tiger, My Little Friend, and Redland Wrangler. 154-2, a quick mile for this class, and well, that opening quarter 26-2 and a solid half of 56-2 opened it up for a closer, and that closer, Sugar, was Ace 44 Jack.
Worst to first. Well done, Team Harris. Circles them, and 154-2 puts him right to his lifetime best that he got around Sarnia in last season. Damien McClellan, reigning future star O'Brien Award winner, circles the field, and I'm sure he's going to be pretty happy with this victory. And again, Team Harris as well. They're going to love this.
Well, you mentioned that qualifier with the 57-2 back half, and this is one that I mentioned had 8 wins last year, but win shy this year, 11 top threes and 18, but now isn't win shy. But it also played out perfectly for Damien, who sat back early while the fractions were being set up nicely.
Yeah, My Little Friend, very ambitious early, 26-2. When I saw that, I thought to myself, it's going to be kind of hard for him to roll on down the road to hang on and win there. He did stay for third, But again, the way those fractions were going for this field, it was going to set up for a strong finisher. That'll be Tiger was making a good move into the final turn, but going best of all, Ace 44 Jack.
And Randy Harris training this one, and certainly happy to get off the schneid because did some nice work last year. In fact, was on the top three at a high percentage. Again this year in the top three, but had 8 wins last year in the 0 for this year. But not an 0 for anymore, and 6 to 1's a nice price.
Real good check getter this season, 6 to 1. Real good price, as you mentioned, and well done, Damien and team here. It's great to see.
7-4-1-5 back in front of us. Number 7 Ace 44 Jack, a 6-year-old Dally Black Gelding, owned by Kylie Harris. Randy Harris, the trainer. Damian McClellan's the winning driver. First win on the season. 15th lifetime. Mile of 154-2. Eighth race payout, 7 Ace 44 Jack, 14.88.30 and $4. For That'll Be Tiger, 550, 320. One My Little Friend, 280, $2 actor, 98.70. The 20-cent tries, 33.29. The 20-cent super, 61.93. Eighth race. Order of finish from the top. 3 scratch 6, 2 4 5 1 scratch. That's a 3 scratch 6, 2 4 5 1 scratch on the bottom. field for the ninth race. On parade. Number 2, Vista Verde Gagnon for Jeremy and Denny Marcotte. Number 3 is Karma is a Queen. Shea Harris for Duncan Brewer and Randall Urquhart. Four is Massive Victory. Damian McClellan for Robert Kyle Fellows in Hunt Racing. 5 is Hadley. Jason Ryan for Alan Fair and Elizabeth Fair. Number 6, Super Green. Sammy Filia for Champ McGuire and John Allaire. GT Staples. And number 7 is Totally Iconic. Paul McKenzie for Richard Leroux and Claude and Michel Baril. Number 8 is Don't Change My Name. Bruce Richardson, John Holding, and Morley Bosworth. And delayed from the parade is 1 Greek Manalishi. JP Renault for Julie Walker and Doug Millard. It's a field of 8 for race number 9. Shall we get a look at this field? And well, the inside 2 are drawing all of the action, especially to Vista Verde and Guy Gagnon. Vista Verde Sugar, really good last time out.
Yeah, perfect trip, right? Sat the pocket behind some pretty good fractions put up by Greek Manalishi, who is going to be facing once again. Likely to be the lineup again as well. If the 1 and 2 get away cleanly, they appear to be the best early speed, and could be a repeat of what we saw last week from those two. Vista Verde was blasting when he got directed to the outside late. Went right on by for a victory, as you mentioned. Vista Verde, you put 2 V's together and you get the W for the win, right?
Hey, that was sharp of you to come up with that.
Well, we listen now and then.
Listen, a couple of wins and a couple of sixths, but if you look a little closer, the 2 sixths, the trailer post and post position 8 now has a favorable post, and I think was just the difference. And this green shoe colt certainly looks professional looking on the track for Guy Gagnon.
Yeah, he's kind of long, right? Colt Vista Verde, and he got a pretty good record. Lightly raced, 11 starts from both his 2 and 3-year-old season, and already 4 victories. So going in the right direction, he is Vista Verde.
Now, Greek Manalishi did all the work last time out and had to settle for second. And maybe with just a little softer half, because they got to the half 56 and 4, Greek Manalishi could be really tough in here.
Yeah, I think he's going to be tough again. Just has to get away cleanly, right? He does show a few X's throughout his program lines, but I think Bert Bernot's got the hands for this daughter of Green Manalishi. She might run a little hot. She might be tough to back off. You know, when she's rolling 27 and 2 to an opening quarter, I don't think he wanted to grab up on her too much. I think he just wanted to let her roll. Do what she did, and I think she didn't quit.
Well,
she did fade in a second, but she wasn't done, Gary.
Definitely got the ears covered up to not hear too much, and
right.
Nice that they matched it to the post parade color, the saddle pad color. And so Greek Manalishi donning the red. Looking to score here. Certainly a couple of wins in 9 starts and has raced well, but has also had some issues in other spots. Number 5, Hadley, is one that, was a winner here in a maiden at Georgian 2 starts ago and was hardly tested in that one, but then last time out here finished 3rd, stepping up to the nominators at 2.
Well, it likely will be tough to beat the 1 and 2 that do show the X's, but here's your honest horse. Number 5, Hadley, sort of has a muscle mass look to him, but she is actually a Green Manalishi, and she is as honest as they come. You cannot find an X throughout her program lines, and she was a pretty good 3rd to the inside 2.
And then
last time out.
Yeah, and Massive Victory is one that was a winner here just 2 races ago. Tried the Prospect Series at Clinton last race. It didn't go well, but still, this is one that's got a lot of top three finishes, 9 out of 16.
Yeah, he's right along the lines of the five Hadley for speed. I mean, both of them can trot 56 or 57 in here, I'm thinking, but they're going to need some 55 speed should the 1 and 2 get away cleanly. I see the 1 acting up here a little bit.
Yeah, just running a little hot right now, bothered. And while Vista Verde 6-5 is the favorite right now, and Greek Manalishi has got to gather herself and get up in behind the gate. She's kind of off the gate right now.
She might be catching it yet.
Well, we still have some time to find out, but Vista Verde would like to put together 2 V's and wind up with another W. And there is Greek Manalishi now is recovered and is moving up and getting up a little bit closer. It's a field of 8 for the 9th race on this Friday evening as we are gathered at the river. Field for the 9th race. In position and at the start of the rough, and Karma's a Queen is going to leave with Vista Verde and Hadley on the outside. Greek Manalishi is 4th away. Then Massive Victory, Super Queen, Totally Iconic, and Don't Change My Name. Vista Verde is able to come on and grab the lead. Vista Verde leading, and Karma's a Queen is going to fill the pocket. Hadley is racing 3rd. Then Greek Manalishi, Massive Victory, trailing 3, Super Green, Totally Iconic, and Don't Change My Name. And that opening quarter was 28 seconds, and Guy Gagnon Vista Verde's got a lead of a couple of lengths right now over Karma is a Queen, who's 17-1. Then it is Hadley 3rd. Greek Manalishi is racing 4th, but is about 8 off the lead. Then Massive Victory, Super Green, Totally Iconic, and Don't Change My Name. 28-second opening quarter. They head up towards the half, and it is Vista Verde who's got the lead. Vista Verde is on top, a length and 3/4 over Karma is a Queen, and Hadley's on the inside. Now Greek Manalishi is going to step on the outside and move up pretty quickly. Greek Manalishi has come on to take over 3rd. Hadley is racing 4th. Super Green now is kicking in, and then Massive Victory, Totally Iconic, and Don't Change My Name. Vista Verde leads on up to 3/4 off that 57 1/2, and Vista Verde and Guy Gagnon. 3/4 was timed by Vista Verde in 1:26.2. Greek Manalishi now is closing ground. Karma is a Queen is 3rd. Then it is Super Green and Hadley. Totally Iconic and Massive Victory and Don't Change My Name, and they turn for home. Vista Verde and Greek Manalishi, they come on down the stretch prime. Vista Verde trying to hold on. Greek Manalishi on the outside, but it is going to be Vista Verde to keep on trucking. Vista Verde gets the W. Then the Greek Manalishi with Hadley and Massive Victory, 156-1. Vista Verde was just too good, Sugar.
Yeah, a little bit too much on the pony there. Vista Verde straight to the top would not be caught. Give it up for the one, though. Greek Manalishi for regrouping after acting up behind the start, was sitting off the pace and traveled first up a long ways. That was a big mile, a big effort for the one Greek Manalishi. They weren't going to beat the 2.
Yeah, we thought the inside 2. We both thought the inside 2 were the 2 best in here. That's what the tote board told you as well. But Vista Verde, I mentioned the 2 wins and the 2 sixths, and the 6th came from post 9 and 8. And this one, when he can be a little more forwardly placed, he can race pretty darn well, and Vista Verde was extremely forwardly placed. How about the early lead and then keeping it all the way?
Yeah, he faced a pretty stiff challenge by the filly, Greek Manalishi, up down the backside and into the final turn, but she would have to let up because, as mentioned, for her to go a trip like that after, just kind of acting up slightly behind the gate, but credit Bert for getting her back down trotting and getting her away cleanly, and she raced a big one, but this long colt son of Green Shoe, wow, he's a nice lad.
Well, and he's also now got 5 wins in just 12 starts, so he's one that we're probably going to hear more from with Guy Gagnon. Look at also, for a trotter, was just a $9,700 purchase, so they're getting some value out of this 3-year-old.
Yeah, he was a real bargain at Harrisburg for that kind of price, and Guy Gagnon gets along fine, does the training duties as well. Gagnon, what do you call it? Winner, Gagnon.
Winner, Gagnon. But Vista Verde and Giza Barn has been heating up now. He's been landing in the
Yeah,
winner's circle a little bit better since getting his barn acclimated coming in from Rito Carlton. Vista
yeah,
Verde.
he was the king of that 5/8.
Yeah, but well, he's starting to stretch it out here now, and certainly things are head pointed upwards.
Yep, good to see.
Back in front of us, Vista Verde, 3-year-old Green Shoe Bay Colm, owned by Jeremy and Denny Marcotte. Guy Gagnon is the trainer and the winning driver. Third win this year. Fifth lifetime, Vista Verde victorious, 156-1. Ninth race, 2 Vista Verde, $443, 220. 1 Greek Manalishi, 330, 240. And 5 Hadley, 270. $2 exactor, 1030. Dollars rise, 1140. The dollar super is 2860. Ninth race order finish from the top, 216-438-57. That's 216-438-57 on the bottom.
Winbag Farm of Delaware offers several outstanding stallions, including EL Platinum, full brother to multiple stakes winners EL Ideal and EL Titan, Meadowlands Pace winner He's Watching, a Dan Panch Award winner and a world record holder over multiple sized ovals, Molotov Cocktail, a New York Sire Stakes final champion and multiple stakes winner, Nutcracker Sweet, half brother to the great Sweet Lou, and a multiple stakes winner, Sports Column, a 19-time winner and a multiple Ontario Sire Stakes Gold winner at 2 and 3, and Top Flight Angel, a Yonkers Trot Final champion and a Breeders' Crown elimination winner. For more information, winbackfarm.com.
Submissions are now open for the 2026 Youth Contest presented by the Bill Galvin Racing Alliance. Kids can win cash prizes and a VIP night at the horse races. To enter the Youth Literary Derby, write a story or poem about anything related to standardbred horses. The Youth Literary Derby is open to students in grades 3 to 8 as of June 1st. To enter the Youth Art Derby, draw or sketch anything related to standardbred horses. The Youth Literary Derby is open to students in grades 3 to 12 as of June 1st. The deadline to enter both contests is August 31st. Visit our website for more information and inspiration.
Field for the 10th. On parade 1, Coastline, Guy Gagnon for Eric Lafleur. Number 2, Strongman Hanover, Jason Ryan for Joshua McKibben and Marie Cox. Number 3 is Coal Creek Pantera, Paul McKenzie for Vic Putty and Limco Incorporated. Number 4, Better Beast, Damien McClellan for Kyle Bossons. Number 5 is Sweetview Austin Surrey for Cassidy Schneider and Colonel Schneider Jr. Number 6, Relentless, Brady Golliers for Cassidy Schneider, Mickey Suter and John Dewick. And number 7, Captain's Legacy, Anthony Hunt for Francis Dumichel and Robert Daly and John Nizick and Claude Garandin. And number 8 is Wicked Jewels, Sammy Foyer for Jamie Copley and Kimberly Eaton and Daryl Tingley and Dwayne Tingley. And 9, Country Grace, George Catros drives and trains and owns. Full field of 9, 10th and final dash on this Friday evening. Let's get a look at this field. And, well, Sugar, your top 2 aren't getting love on the tilt board, but I love the idea that you're going away from the 2 that are getting all the money on the inside. And nothing wrong with the form with Relentless coming in.
Nothing wrong with the form at all. He's one of 5 that I've got live on the end of the pick 5.
Giddy up.
So, yeah, and the 5 and 6, by the way, coming back at over $400 on a 20-cent wager. So I'd love to see one of my top 2 selections get there. 6, Relentless, don't mind him here. Big shout out, though, for a trainer in this race, Francis Dumichel, earlier this evening, Gary, at Woodbine Mohawk Park. He trained a 2-year-old filly, Twin B Mayrow, to a first career start win in 150-3. Now, Bojangles, last season, fastest first start by a 2-year-old ever. That was a colt, of course, 150-1. But for a 2-year-old filly to debut, winning a $100,000 gold final, 150-3. Congrats to trainer Francis Dumichel, setting out the 7 here.
So whatever happens here in the 10th race, Francis will be going home happy regardless.
Oh, huge win.
Number 5, Sweetview, came in off of a second, comes in off of a second, beaten just 3/4 to Strongman Hanover, who's the 6-5 favorite.
Wonderful check getter this season. Austin loves this horse. Drove him to a big victory in the Ontario Regional Driving Championship. He got off the bike and said this horse could go a lot quicker. Well, he sat behind him last time out to finish second in 153-2, and a pair of miles in 153-2. His latest 2 starts, so never better, really.
I'm in on Coastline here, 3-2, and I guess all those 151 and change miles. 4 of the last 5 starts were 51 and change at Mohawk, and now coming in here, I just think that might be too much for this field.
Well, we do talk about the speed between the big track of Woodbine Mohawk Park and this Grand River Raceway, where it's very close. So this horse showing lots of 51 speed should be more than capable of showing 52 or 53 speed here tonight. I've never seen this horse, or if I haven't seen him much. I see he wears the spreaders, the go straights up front, and now he's moving to what could be a tighter track for turns, right?
Yeah, and well, that's not my favorite thing, but sometimes you just got to take it as it is. And certainly Coastline was able to go pretty straight in his last few starts at Mohawk. So Coastline 2-1. How about number 2, Strongman Hanover? Nothing wrong with that last race here. Off a layoff.
Yeah, right off the bench. 153-1, life best. Hard to knock a horse coming in when they've never been better, and there's quite a few of them in here. Really, Gary, yeah.
Now, he needed them to go a bunch early, 55 for halftime, and then he came flying late because he was way back early. We don't know if he's going to show a lot in the way of gate speed, but off that 53-1 career best and a 27-3 final quarter, in fact, a 55-second back half, you got to like him a bit.
I'll tell you what, I haven't seen many since Grand River Raceway became at 5/8, I haven't seen many at all show a pair of back quarters in 27 and change at the river.
Number 3, Coal Creek Pantera, one of the 5 that you have alive, and
Yeah.
this is one that would be a beautiful price. Now, only one win on the year, gets a better post position. Off a mile of 53 here last time out, but the race went quicker.
Mackenzie teams up with trainer Vic Putty. I'll tell you what, if this horse gets there, the 20-cent pick 5 return just shy of $900. Let's go.
Well, the thing with Coal Creek Pantera is dropping in class, and
Yeah.
so is one that's capable in this particular spot. But yeah, I'd like to see you take down this pick 5. So we got it covered. I got the first one. You get the second one. It's all good, and yours will be for
Let's
more money,
go.
most likely. Absolutely. Well, it's a field of 9 taking up their positions. Field 4, race number 10. Field for the 10th race. He is at the start of the rough, and Sweet View is out quickly and has a view of the early lead. Coastline on the inside, then Better Beast and Relentless, Strongman ahead of her, Wicked Jewels, and then Country Grace and Coal Creek Pantera, and Captain's Legacy, and now Relentless is going to come on and take the lead as Sweet View was in the pocket now. Sweet View is at 12-1 on the board. Relentless is 16-1. Those are your top 2 as they race on towards us off a 26-2 opening quarter. Coastline is racing position 3rd. And then with 3 Better Beast is on the inside. 4 Strongman ahead of her now is going to start to move on the outside. Then Wicked Jewels and Country Grace, and back to Coal Creek Pantera, and Captain's Legacy is trailing the field. It is Relentless who leads as they race on into the backstretch. Coastline is coming to call the 4-5 favorite. Coastline moving alongside Relentless, and Sweet View is 3rd. Strongman ahead of her on the outside 4th, and then Better Beast is racing 5th. Coastline able to grab the lead from Relentless, and then Strongman ahead of her now is making a strong bid. Lively half, 55-3 off that 26-2 opening quarter. It's Coastline, Strongman ahead of her, Relentless and Sweet View, and then back to Better Beast and Wicked Jewels and Coal Creek Pantera and Country Grace and Captain's Legacy. 3/4 a lively 123. Coastline, Strongman ahead of her as they turn for home, and Strongman ahead of her with a strong closing kick as they race their way. Now Strongman ahead of her came flying late last week and does the same thing here. Strongman ahead of her, appropriately named. Coastline was second, then Sweet View, Relentless, and Wicked Jewels won 51-2. Strong Man Hanover, just outstanding, and certainly it set up nicely for this horse, who was a very good closer here. Won from 8th at the half last time out, and then again this week comes flying late.
Oh, yeah, and he wasn't so far back this time around, which worked out perfect. He had a wonderful toe-up as the heavy favorite Coastline battled through a third quarter, 27-2 speed through that third. It was setting it up for the horse on his back, Strongman Hanover. What a return to the races after missing a few months. Took some time to freshen up, came back to score in 53-1, and tonight drops another couple of seconds, 151-2. Huge victory.
Yeah, that's the best he's ever been. He won 4 times last year, but not nearly at this kind of level. And now he's got 3 wins on the season and back-to-back off the shelf. So Strongman Hanover, this is one that we're going to hear something from, because this one really just, like he's freewheeling down the stretch.
Oh, yeah. He's just opening up. The further he goes, the more he wins by here. He just keeps on opening daylight on that field.
And I like your idea of trying the 6 and the 5. They were price horses, and they finished 3rd and 4th behind the 2 that were getting all the money.
Yeah. Yeah, this pick 5 doesn't come back too bad at all. 137 on a 20 center, which ain't too bad. I mean, I think we put 20 or 25 bucks into it. It pays all right.
Yeah, and look, it pays a lot better than throwing it on the floor.
Dang straight.
And look, the 2-1 I thought were the two to beat. It ended up that way. I admired taking a shot. And look, your top four were the top four on the board. Just the order was reversed.
I didn't try the high five, but that high five likely comes back okay. Got a big price on the bottom.
Yeah, in fact, your top four, it's completely reversed because your top four were
Yeah.
6-5-1-2, and instead it's a 2-1-5-6. But chasing the price
story
horses.
of my life.
Well, but chasing the price horses, so I can respect that.
Right on. Thank you.
To talk to you Monday. Have yourself a great weekend.
Monday's a fun day. Have a good one.
Back in front of us, number 2 Strongman Hanover, 4-year-old Better's Delight, Bay Gelding, owned by Marie Cox, trained by Joshua McKibben. Jason Ryan with the winning drive. It's the third win this year and 7th lifetime for Strongman Hanover. Mile of 151-2 for a new career best. Tenth race. Order of finish. 10th race payouts, rather. 2 Strongman Hanover, 490, 230, 220. 1 Coastline, 220, 210. 5 Sweetview, 350. $2 exactor, 750. $1 try, 1320. $1 high five, 211.25. The $2 double of 9 and 2 is 910. The 20-cent pick 3, 31.67. 20-cent pick 4, 62.08. Note the 20-cent pick 5 is 137.87. 137.87 on that 20-cent pick 5. Tenth race order finish from the top, 218-634-957. That's 218-634-957 on the bottom. Well, fans, that concludes the live harness racing program for this Friday evening. Action resumes on Monday, first dash, 6:20 p.m. Buenas noches, amigos. Good night, everybody.